audio, video.
No, but it should be on the package. I think that's what you should. Let me check as well.
So you got audio and video. Okay, 3 hours boom. Standard editing. Cool. Social snippets. Cool. All right. Yeah.
And the advanced setting as well, editing as well.
It's just standard editing. I don't know.
Was it? No, I think it was that. We're gonna have it.
But
It's all good regardless.
it's all good, yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, when
You've taken 2 cameras standard instead of 3. You haven't added extra camera, nothing like that.
okay, yeah.
Right. So okay.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So that's how it looks right now.
Or is it connected to?
Well,
I've been looking. I was in my brain for the last 2 days.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. Yeah.
Cool.
So I was wondering then on the edit, we'll have the entire thing, and then but on the
they
editing,
would social media snippet. So whoever's
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
something wild,
Wild.
we're just focusing
On that one.
and that's it. And then
but that was just for that wild stuff. It wouldn't be for everyone.
no,
Okay,
No,
I got it. Because it's two cameras
it's 2 cameras. So with that, they will zoom in on the
on one person.
to fit. a
Oh,
nice
okay, no. So that's what I was asking. So that's fine.
So, but you got 2 cameras, right? So
Yeah.
right now it's capturing these
These
3,
people.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got a second camera. It can either do a wide capturing
Everyone, eh?
yeah, or it can just capture you. So what do you want to have?
I think from that angle it should capture everybody. But however, when I'll be speaking, they will zoom in on me, right?
It will zoom in, but the quality
It will reduce.
will reduce immensely.
So it's better if you have one on you than on the other, because you will switch up.
But would he? You know when the ones that are capturing them,
Yeah.
would he be clear when they zoom in on them?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Then you can have one on me then.
Yeah. directly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that cool with everyone?
Yeah,
Just making sure.
Yeah, but I'm thinking.
No, but because we don't want everything like, let's say he zooms on me, mine is slightly low quality, and then you guys are clear, or vice versa.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think
You get it?
we don't want it to look like.
it has to be. Huh? Go on.
Yeah, I was thinking we don't want it to look like you've been edited in the video. You know what I'm saying? Because we talking, you're not there. Then when you say something, just you know.
No, that's why with the way they're gonna edit it, it's like when you're talking, it comes out to you. But then,
You know what I'm saying?
Can't you just have 2 angles of 4?
So
You look like you're gonna be. You just
yeah. So
you
on
just
the
been
wide
hiding.
angle, I wouldn't be in.
in the wide angle, no, you wouldn't be in. But
That's what I'm
we could-
saying.
We could try something. Give me a second.
Did you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no. That's why I was asking as well, because that's why I asked if it zooms in, because it's better when we're introducing the podcast, everyone is on the screen.
So what we can do, right, is try to have you 2
Yeah.
in the shot if you wanted to have that kind of like consistency that everybody's there.
Okay.
But the best thing to do, I would say, is to have 3 cameras, because then you've got more
To switch it into.
Yeah, so it'll be like wide, show everyone,
Everyone.
So
and then one to show you, and then one to show.
how much is an extra camera?
I believe it is £15.
15 or 50?
£15 per hour
Should be
for
fine.
extra camera.
So 45.
It's fine. We can.
Yeah, let's do that. Because for that, it just means when we introduce like wide angles, you can get everyone in, and then individuals, you can have your own shot.
I'm fine, bro.
Cool.
So what's the podcast about?
It's like a fitness podcast, so like getting people into like health and fitness and everything that goes into it.
That was wild.
Yeah, nothing wild.
Nothing about no one.
No, nothing about reacting and relationship and none of that. No, it might get into that eventually.
Why not?
I'm trying,
That would be
I'm
a
trying to be
sweet
professional.
topic.
But in your do you think that someone needs to be a villain?
No, not at all.
Be yourself, bro. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
no, but I'm just saying sometimes this is about TV, bro. I'm trying to get rich out here. I don't care about that.
So no, no.
I'm trying to not work a 9 to 5, bro. And I come to that stage in my life where it's like everybody sells out to get where they need to So yo, you need to play a villain in my pocket.
Yeah.
Yo.
Curious.
And I don't put that on the podcast. You get me?
Yeah, it's in. That's what will actually start the views on. You put that on TikTok, people were like, "Oh, rah," like that. Who is that talking?
You
See?
actually need more lighting on you.
No, I can't catch it. No, I can't catch it.
Who, me?
No, wait. Yeah.
It's just gonna look more.
How old is my dude back if I do
We're too bright, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
I can only catch this one more.
It's okay.
Is this the only studio you have
No, we have the one in Barnes.
in Bounce? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Quality looks alright. There's yeah. Lol. Don't worry, sit there. I'll show you.
Are you ready? Yeah. Teeth is looking clean under this. Yo, what he? I don't really do. Dirty guy. What? Yeah. I've made it.
Got a podcast set in with the man them.
Oh
We'll
my
see
god.
how I will look back.
Your cheeks,
Yeah.
your cheeks for TV, yo.
Let's go.
Cheeks. That's all, isn't it?
Yeah. Tuck everyone in there.
Still want to get this in the shot. Sorry. I mean this.
Shall I say put
So, let me show you what the wide angle here would look like, just to get everybody in the shot. Well, you two in the shot, actually.
That look good.
I'm looking fat, man. Just sit up.
Huh?
So I look fat and just sit up.
Bro. I'm actually looking at this. I'm coming to the same conclusion, bro.
Innit?
Is it any photos of?
No. So are we adding that extra white, or are we just getting the two cameras, two on us or two on us? I think that one's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah.
Oh, you mentioned it.
All right.
Oh my god. The way you look on camera is not right, man. Oh my god.
You see, because you're sunken. That's why I hate like sofas. I like being on a chair. Like yeah. Cause sofas cause I used to do like pictures before like modeling. When you sit on a chair, you're like, it's like weird.
Yeah.
You have to sit up all the time. Be mindful of.
Everything's all like.
That's his phone then. Okay.
So if you're happy, again, you can have props as well. So if you want any props over here, or next time if you are booking again,
Yeah.
Bring props to put in wherever you want it to be.
Cool.
The room is practically customizable for it. So I don't know if you want anything. 'Cause technically that area can have something.
Don't have something. Yeah. That's
So
what I was
don't know if
just.
you want to put anything there. Otherwise, we're good.
Okay.
Good. Bro,
Let's get the cracking.
this is the pressure. It's getting harder.
Where's that?
You know, Henny, you have to bring that to you with it. Because this
Yeah, I
is
didn't want to touch it
movable.
before. I didn't want to.
Hello.
Sit lying down and then that would do.
Hello.
Okay. Can you put that, Jay?
Down?
Put it a bit down and then so that they can see your face, innit?
So we'll do a
Test.
test,
Ah, thank God.
and after the test, I'll practically
Just start.
leave you. And when you finish the episode,
Yeah.
I'll come back in,
Yeah.
just to make sure, monitor everything, make sure everything's good, and then go again, and just just let me know.
Okay.
Every single finish of every episode.
Right.
Basically.
Alright, is there sorry, just last thing. So when we're speaking, so we don't go over each other. Is there a signal that we want to use that? So I know that someone wants to talk or someone wants to maybe cut in.
No, so probably then what we need to agree is like if let's try not to cut each other off, but also let's be mindful of so acknowledging that someone is trying to interject, and then so it will be sort of
So I'd be like, oh, what you got, Anthony? What?
Yeah.
Because you need
So
it
it's
to
like-
sound like I want it to be like where well, I can say when I'm talking, if
Yeah.
you want to jump in,
you jump in,
Jump-
yeah,
jump ahead.
yeah. So then I think we don't
Very
have
much
a
is
problem
gonna
from
be
that one
like
that we
that.
tried before. Then I think we'll get along. We're fine, but because we like as soon as but the
Sorry.
others that want to
Sorry,
jump in.
because I need to do the mic checks.
Okay, go on.
Yeah.
Go on.
Blue mic. So just can you just angle the mic to how you would be? Just put it like about this distance away from your mouth.
Yeah, but-
things like this. Yeah, from your lips. That's how far the mic needs
But
to be. So bring the mic this way.
Annie,
Oh.
the guy about what you said, you know the problem. What is it? Sometimes, let's say you're talking, you're looking in that direction. Yeah. Let's say she or me wanna chip in. Yeah.
My bad.
You won't be able to understand that because you're looking on that direction. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say.
it's only just natural because it's just
No, but it's normal, bro. Just saying.
yeah. I will like if you're talking, I will look this way like.
No, but let's say you're talking. I'm not gonna stop you. I'm gonna have to tap you because you're looking there. Like yo,
Oh, that's far
No,
enough.
but I'm just
Yeah,
saying, if
yeah,
I'm
okay.
talking and you want to say something, I'm just cutting. I will stop and let you cut in.
because that what happened last time. We're
No, but
not.
that's what I'm saying, honey.
We're
So
not
like,
looking at each other.
we don't want to get to a point where someone has just started talking and then we're already cutting him off. So we allow him like 45 to actually speak.
Yeah.
Like, and then before, if you jump in, because you have to listen to be able to react to whatever information he's given.
So have you not done podcasts before? Did you just do this for me?
All of us are newbies.
Cool. Perfect.
No, don't have to.
No, we've done a test. We did one in our gym, and we used some of our own equipment and stuff. But we decided that we was gonna come here because it was better. We wanted to do it in the gym because we wanted the whole prop things, all the equipment there to make it more feeling like it was, you know.
Fine.
So
Checked it already.
Hello.
All right. So let me do mic check. I can get you. So I need names, you know.
Jay, call me Jay.
Jay.
Or Yellow.
Yellow boy.
Yeah, Yellow boy.
It's a yellow
No, it's easier, isn't it?
Okay. Let me do that. But your name is Jamie, yeah? Jamie.
No, Jerry.
Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Mic check with you. Go ahead. Okay, you're speaking to the mic.
Hello.
Just speak how you be normal.
How you guys doing today?
No, don't go forward. Just sit back.
Say how you are.
Technically, you'll be looking more in that direction as well. You're just speaking to those guys, right?
Hey, coach, you good? Hey, coach, you good?
I'm good.
Yeah, keep going.
Hello. What you saying?
All right.
Are you ready? Ready. Good.
Keep going. Keep going.
You're scared?
Jerry, where are you from?
I'm Italian.
You're Italian.
Yeah.
Wow. How long have you been in the UK?
10 years. I've been
10
in-
years.
Yeah.
10 years you've been in the UK.
Yeah.
How you liking it so far?
Yeah. There's a lot of money to be made here.
One of them is podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. All right. Blue, you're good. Sorry, what's your name?
Loic.
Loic. Yeah. All right. Like Loic Essien.
Yeah. Loic Remy.
And Madame.
Denisa.
I know the name because it's on the booking. Denisa, can I get you to tell me where are you from?
Romania.
Romania. Keep talking.
I don't know what to say. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone is
Good.
ready? Ready?
yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Got a little bit of anxiety? A little bit?
No, that anxiety. Stage fright.
Your palms are sweating. I'm joking.
Is it?
I'm
Yeah.
joking.
It is true. Stop teasing me.
Jerry,
Yeah.
can you say hello again?
Hello, guys.
Once more.
Hello, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna get used to
One
it.
again.
Hello, guys.
Again.
Hello, guys.
Again.
Hello.
Perfect.
Everybody else is natural, and I'm still like.
Because you need to.
And sorry, what's your name?
Henny, but it's Daryl, yeah. Just for the, yeah, but I'm gonna be called Henny on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I hear you speak?
Yeah, my name is Henny. Lived in Lewisham. Grew up in North London. Jamaican. 5'10", strapping.
Stallion of a man.
Yeah, very intelligent.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Conscious guy, you know.
Yeah.
Think about what other
Big up,
people are
Henny.
thinking, you know.
I don't know how this is gonna look, but
Don't worry, you see.
But I'm gonna tell
you see
them
when-
anyway that
because
this is the first one, so
This one's done.
when I'm gonna relax
Oh,
into
yeah.
this.
I mean, you look fine. Yeah, I don't know what's going up there.
Cool. That is perfect. Sound check is
Complete.
Sound check.
Visual check. I just need you to look.
And this is my camera. This is the one I should be looking at. Or is that one? I think it
Basically,
should-
this one, yeah, is capturing everything.
So if I want to look into the camera, is that one?
Yep. So if you want to look into the camera, you can try it right now.
Arms
Um,
sweaty.
Let me give it to everybody. Can you just pass it around? And if you spot any mistakes in the camera for his shot, please let us know so we can fix it.
I think it's frozen.
I need a filter, mate.
So if I want to look into the camera, is that one?
Oh damn.
I will hate to hear my voice later. Don't worry.
You know what? At this point now, I'm already used to my voice. Listening to my voice now.
Funny, Danny. No, I like it. It's fine. But I'm curious. How do we look?
That's what I'm gonna say as well.
Can we check us? How do we look as well? Can we check us? How do we look as well?
Just want to make sure that his one is fine.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
fine. Yeah.
It stopped at the beginning. Then you made it. Wow, that's sick.
I'm already used to
So I know we're like short for time. Keep passing the phone, keep
Oh,
passing the
sorry.
phone.
I'm there watching myself thinking, oh my god.
Yeah, I think it's fine, yeah.
Yep, you're happy with it. Okay.
I don't really care at this point. Like, at this
second, we're
point,
gonna
people
show-
were meant to laugh
No, keep-
at
keep-
my
keep
videos.
it.
They would have laughed
Let
at
me
them.
just fast forward a little bit.
Yeah, we're good anyway.
There's you.
My head is shining. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's good, man.
Oh wow. Okay. Perfect. That's it. We're good to go.
You're
Yeah,
happy?
yeah.
Good, bro.
Everybody's good to go.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
man.
Done,
Very
sound check, light check.
Just
camera
don't laugh
check.
like this, Denisa, in the
Everybody's happy.
podcast.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit the record button
Yeah.
on road recording, ATEM recording, moving the cameras, and then sound check. Clap check, should I say? Cool. We are literally good to go to record. I'll record your first episode,
Okay.
and then I will come back in to make sure everything is working good. I'm monitoring in the background. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Have an amazing session.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's good.
Okay.
I look
Go
like
ahead.
a Bob Light with going through puberty. Have you seen the?
Okay, let's
What?
go
No, I
ahead.
say my head.
What's wrong with your head?
I say I look like a Bob Light
No,
going
you
through
good, you
puberty.
good. We're ready to
With
start,
her.
guys.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's see how it goes.
All right, let's get it. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Road to Longevity podcast. Here we are going to come up with topics around your health, your fitness, nutrition, everything you need to know about getting fit, healthy, and to enjoy your life that way. So we're here with a group of amazing people that have done their own journey, started it, and some of us are PTs, some of us are training for a long time, some of us are being PTs. But I wouldn't introduce them for them. They will have to introduce themselves. So I'll start my way. My name is Coach Loic Rostan. You can find me on Instagram, on TikTok. Cameroonian, 29, been a PT for the last 7 years. So I know a bit about what I'm talking about, but I'll let you guys find out. And then I'll introduce the guest as well and the co-host. Not guest, co-host, my peoples. So why don't just start with the guy that's next to me? Henny, go on.
Hello, everyone. My name's Henny. From London. Basically, I've been training for like 18 years. I'm a PT. I'm not practicing at the moment, but yeah, just been doing my thing. I'm going to be on here basically just talking about what I think about the gym and training and stuff like that. Yeah, that's about it from me.
And Denisa?
So my name is Denisa. I've been a personal trainer for 3 years now. I'm from Romania. I'm 28 years old. I will be very soon. I've been living in London for like 8 years now. I do enjoy what I do very much. My journey so far has been on helping females on getting better within themselves. And yeah, this is me.
Oh, welcome, Denisa.
Hello,
Jay.
guys. My name is Jay. So I've been in London 10 years. I started my fitness journey roughly 6 years ago, and I started training because I'm short and I didn't want to be short and skinny. So to boost my confidence, I had to, like boost what I was lacking. So I started training, and since then, training has been part of my daily life. And yeah, I enjoy training. I love training. I love the people that I've met there doing it. And yes, so I'll be talking about the gym side from my perspective.
Your perspective. Oh, that's great. So we can see here there's a lot of experience between everyone across the table. That's a good way to start, because we don't want generally people who do not have experience, basically who have tried it for themselves and on the journey.
Yeah.
Generally, you want those people to come up with advice. So knowing with that amount of experience, coming around this time of the year where it's sort of the start-ish of the year, but I know we've had 3 months into it, third month into it. So we're going to really address in today's episode beginner stuff, mindset, to be able to help those individuals with the experience that we have to be able to understand what they have to go into it, nutrition and all of that. We're going to get all into the nitty-gritty, like they like to say.
Bro,
but just for go on.
Out of topic, you have a good voice. You can actually do advertisement or something. I was like, right, this is
maybe I'm just
Morgan Freeman
show.
stuff.
Maybe I'm just doing that for the show. So yeah, with that vast experience, like guys, just talk to me about the mindset that a beginner. Like, I know it's the start of the year, New Year's resolutions are kind of like going over. So what do you guys, first of all, maybe, do you think the mistakes are that most people get into it when they are trying to address these fitness goals, and maybe what's the mindset that they need to adopt? So basically, if you had to start over again from the last 18 years, what would you do?
The first thing I would start thinking is how much do you want it? Like, what do you actually want to achieve when you're coming to the gym? Like, we all have different goals and we have different things you want to do. I don't take gym that seriously. So my goal is just to go down there to exercise and have fun. Like, that is my main goal. But your goal might be to fit into a dress in 6 weeks. It might be, I don't know, you want to lose weight, you want to do a marathon, you want to become a boxer. Sorry about my voice. But it depends on how much you want it. Like, you got to ask yourself, how much do you want it? And what, if you want it, really want it, how much effort you're going to put in? And if you just want to just go to the gym and just, I don't know, just get out, find something new, do something new. It's just how much you really want it. So the first thing you got to ask yourself is, how much do you really want it? And then you say to yourself after, how much do you want it? What are you actually going to do to get it? So i.e., are you going to sign up to a new gym? Are you going to go to the park? Are you going to, So that's what I would say that you would need to do first, is to understand how much you really want it. And there's nothing wrong with not wanting it that much.
Yeah.
You don't have to want it like a bodybuilder or something like that. You can just go to the gym because you want to lose 3 or 4 pounds, or you just want to go to the gym because you want to meet new friends and you want to get into You don't have to be there saying, oh, I need a 6-pack in 12 weeks, or I want to be looking like, I don't know, a wrestler.
So you're saying basically how much you want it is very important.
Very,
along
very
that
important.
process. Okay, cool. Denisa, what do you think?
I do think in terms of like, we all know the jokes going around social media is new year, new me. I do think like also from a different perspective is that everyone gets to get started for a new me and they continue the journey for at least for 3 months and then they tend to give up on themselves. It's, as Henny says, it's really important of how much do you want it as well, in terms of like what goals you have within the year, what have you set up on starting the new year as well. If I can say from, because I'm a personal trainer, I can say from my experience, like a lot of my clients, they haven't really started this year, January, February. I'm just getting busy recently. So that means that some of the people, because of their financial situation, probably they took longer time in terms of processing, what do I really want to do? When do I want to do? I always mention to my clients as well, is like, are you really ready for a long-term goal? If you're not really ready, then probably you need to have a second thought about it. But yeah, I do think it's about the mindset as well.
Okay.
Where do you want to head at?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So how much do you want it? Think about what you really want.
Yeah.
It's probably
Yeah.
basically what I'm hearing from you.
Yeah.
And then Jay, what would you say? So if you had to start over again, what would be
I
sort
feel
of the
like
thing you
one of the most common mistakes is that people when they get into the gym, they're scared because they don't really know the machines. It's a new environment. They don't know what to do. So as a newcomer, never be afraid to ask help or advice because trust me, there are nice people in the gym and they're ready to help you. So I see that a lot. Even me personally, like when I started, I didn't have no clue. It's the people that I was working with that they directed me. It was like, this machine is better for this machine,
Yeah.
And slowly, you're going to get there.
Okay. So everything now, which I'm hearing is how much do you want it? Okay. Have you thought about what you want?
Yeah.
Which is kind of linked to how much do you want it?
Yeah.
And then you're saying you can get help basically from people. Already knowing that you can get help from people.
Let me jump in quickly. So what would your advice as PTs, just say an average person, what would you say to them would be a good starting point? So just to say, all right, we've got past the part now where just say the person wants it where they work, just say they work 5 days a week, they train 4 times a week, they got time to train. Like, what do you think is the standard kind of advice you would give someone? Do you know what I'm trying to mean?
What do you mean standard advice?
So like,
to get the max.
no, like what would you say to somebody? So they said that they wanted to start a gym. What would you say to them? Like, would be the next steps after they've said they want to do it? Would it be go into the gym and
First of all, get nice.
and just try to attempt to do stuff, or is it
So-
learn what you're doing first?
So not to
or
cut
is
you
it
off again,
get a
Henny.
coach, or is it, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like a more hands-on person. I just went in the gym and just started lifting things, and I did it wrong at this first, and then eventually I started to learn, and then I started to know what I was doing, and then I went and became a PT, so I understood what I was doing more.
So this is the thing. So now, for me, like being coach and then I've helped people that are starting, for me, the mindset is like what you said. How much do you want it? Why do you want it? I think the why is more important. So let's say I want to lose 10 pounds. Why is that important to you?
Yeah.
You've got to be able to nail it and drill it down to why that is going to be so important. Is it confidence?
Exactly,
Is it happiness?
Yeah.
Is it how you're feeling? Have you been sick? Now, the stronger those reasons are, the more you're likely to get across the gym, right? So then that builds that level of foundation. Now, you go to the next level. Currently, where am I? I said, have I been training at all? Have I not been training? Have I been being inconsistent? That will also come into play. So what I tell most people is, if you've never trained, just try and do it at home first.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of resources on social media. There's a lot of people, good personal trainers, that you can find on YouTube, find on all of this stuff. Just try at home. Walk more if you need to. All right? Get comfortable with that. Then you can then start enrolling. Because I think some of the times, most people, when you make big jumps, it's hard to stay that consistent. So you start from somewhere.
Do you think that's a big jump going from, say like that person's never trained before, do you think that's a big jump going from just like not doing anything into a gym? Do you think that somebody should start with doing things around the house first?
It depends really, because personally, I feel like in your home environment, sometimes you tend to get very lazy.
Yeah.
It's a lack of motivation as well. So I think it comes to the point where if I tend to look for a personal trainer, it could be because I need someone to push me. I know I'll attend those sessions. I know it's like an appointment, right? If you have an appointment, you'll have to attend the appointment. That's the same thing. I'll go and I'll have someone to teach me the right thing and build up the confidence. It's true, a lot of people can do it at home, but they will slack. They will not always be consistent. If I have to do exercises at home, I'm not going to lie. I promise myself so many times, let's do abs. If I sit on myself, I'm just comfy. But that's also another reason that helps you to move yourself, move your body, bring yourself to the gym. Doesn't feel the same when you leave home. Because you may feel like, oh my God, I don't want to do this. I really don't want to do this. Doesn't work that way. Bring yourself to the gym, and then that's where everything kicks in. But it is a big jump if you start from a beginner to go to the gym, because that's a lot of other things that play on it. It can be lack of confidence, it can be lack of motivation, lack of form, it could be lack of knowledge, lack of understanding. It could be all of them playing together, which is why they try always to go at first on their own. Why you see that person join a month ago, after 1 month they come to you, I've tried everything I could, and nutrition as well, because that also is important too. But yeah, it is a big
What
jump.
do you think, Jay?
Yeah, she already said it. Nutrition, like you go from eating pizza, chicken and chips to salads, proteins, chicken. It's hard to have like that sudden change. Is too much sometimes. Some people can't keep it.
Yeah, that's why like sometimes
Me myself, I can't keep it. You know, I
want to try.
I have to cheat once in a while.
Yeah. So go on.
So yeah, it's a common mistake I think that a lot of people make is as well, when they go into the gym first, they trying to do something that they're not ready for yet. Like you have to, like I was told this a long time, like this was in the old fashioned days. You have to get fit to be fit. So you can't skip past the part where you have to get fit first.
Yeah.
So you can't just see something you see on Instagram, go to the gym and decide that you want to squat. You might not have the knees for it. You might not have the, you know what I'm saying? Like you might not have you want to run, but you ain't run in 10 years. You know, no one's like, so like, so this is why I'm asking you, like, because there is a transition from
start slowly.
A, B
You
to
need to
C.
start slowly.
You know,
So
no one's,
that's what I'm saying. So, and this is not everyone now in gym culture is like a complete beginner. Yeah. So for me, that's what I said. For a complete beginner, at least someone can do something. So I'm saying, be self-aware and understand where you are. Understand what you've been able to do so far and what you've not. Because then now
and
it
you have
comes
to
down
be
to
really
the
honest as well, because some people are not really honest with themselves.
Yeah,
so
true.
then so that's what I mean. So if the person sits down and it comes out again, how much do I want it? How much am I going to invest? How much am I going to? Because a lot of people, even moving 20 minutes, are not able to do that. Now, asking them to sign up to a gym is a big ask.
It's a
So
big-
then it comes down to the mindset, can I walk for 10, 15 minutes every day first for the first week? Okay, good. I can do that. Now, can I walk for 45 minutes? Now, you then, before even lifting a weight, I have to learn the form. Hence why you see like videos like people like all of us, we spend time producing videos and talking about them. This is the form, how to adopt the thing. This is how you need to do to be able. And then you start with your body weight. Don't rush. Calisthenics is still a great thing.
Yeah, I've been doing that lately as well myself.
Yeah, so most people want to rush from there to there.
Yeah,
Makes sense. So now I wanted to touch on one of the things that you mentioned before when you were saying how much do you want it. So then let's say we all know a lot of people want to get in shape.
yeah.
They like,
Well, everybody would want to be
probably-
be in shape if it was easy, innit?
yeah. So then you said you don't even think about it. Now, do you think the average person thinks about it? We all know they want it. What would separate someone from? This is just finding out from what you know. So like 18 years is a big amount of experience. What would take someone from? They know they want to get fit. What do they need to do? Apart from they want it. So now you've said they want it. Now they know they want it. They want it so bad.
So
they tell you they can do it 5 days a week. What would you say to that person?
I would say, like, depending on the person you are. So say we're working with an average person who can do, basically they can run, they can jump, and that. I would say get into a gym. Yeah.
Yeah.
try and start with the things that you know, yeah,
Yep.
and then work your way into finding out stuff that you don't know. Maybe it's easy in the gym. Like, I found it very easy to communicate with people. Like, you can learn 3 ways. You can learn by reading, you can learn by watching, and you can just learn by just observing. You know what I'm saying? I'm good at just observing somebody. I can see somebody do something, actually look at them, what they're doing, follow the steps and do the same.
Yeah.
So I end up learning that way. So, and even till now, I can just watch an Instagram video one time, see somebody do something, and then I can think. But a lot of people at the start, you can't just do that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're not that person yet. So you can't be doing, I don't know, handstands if you ain't built a chest or something like that. So it takes time. But I would say personally, like what I used to do when I was personal training, I would say to the person, we was gonna start warm up, stretch, get your body ready to do the work, and then I would do things that I knew that they could manage. So it would be things like walking uphill. I wouldn't have people squatting, no deadlift, not in the first 6 weeks, especially if you've never trained before. I'm not doing anything that's too vigorous. I'll have you doing squatting, but bodyweight squatting. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Maybe a few bits with a kettlebell, something like that. Like more active fitness more than resistance. Because resistance is very hard. And after, when you've got somebody new, doing 10, 15 minutes on chest is about enough for them. You know what I'm saying? Like them hour sessions where you're just doing 4 sets of 4 on chest. Like it's not.
And then I feel like that's the toxic part of fitness now,
toxic,
where everyone
toxic.
is expected to be doing an hour of training, but they don't actually understand that in gym culture, it's understandable that if I said to you, and to you, I've done 45 minutes of training, everyone's then looking like raw. But to the average person out there in public, that's a lot.
It's a lot.
That's a lot of training.
It is.
Right? Because we've built through the experience we've had. That experience. So what would you say then, Denisa? You said, so Henny was
kind of just getting
how much you want it, and then also asking advice to people, and then starting from somewhere, doing the thing, what you know. Then but what would you?
But as well, like what you know, I mean, and everybody knows how to run. Everybody knows how to do a basic bicep curl. You know, them ones. Some of these ones are the standard ones. It's just moving your arms. You know, like. But I'm going off the average. See, in my head, I was thinking the average guy. He's seen enough to know, like, this is how you do a thing. This is how you go over your head. Whether they're not doing it right, you see them doing it like that. But, you know, and when you're at that point, getting in there and doing it wrong is the right thing to do. Like, this might not sound right. You think, oh, what do you mean? But you're actively in there doing something. And sometimes,
mistakes.
Sometimes you might need to just kick it off by going in there and doing it wrong. You might, and then someone will always help. This, like, especially in NRG, everybody's friendly in there. Everybody talks to each other. You can just turn over to the next person and say, yo, how do you do this? And then someone will help you. It's not as hard. And you can just go to Google and just... You know, so
this is where now the question comes down to Denisa, the way I want to find it out, because like immediately as you, which is not, we all understand what Henny's saying there, like you have to, because you learn that way, I learn that way, in terms of like we had to do the wrong form to be able to learn. So now Denisa, coming to what you said, like when Henny said basic bicep curl, you were surprised. What do you, coming from that perspective with your experience, what would you then say to someone that wants it that way? Once it hard enough, which all agreed, what would you then say is the next sort of?
I do think, because we say it's different when you go to a gym that you already built friendships there. That's a difference. But not everyone will feel friendly to ask for help. Not everyone will feel confident to go to someone and be like, oh, hi, can you please help me? Especially when it comes to women. They won't do that. They won't do that. They will just be we're lucky at NRG.
Especially with the creeps out there.
Exactly. We have the female zone, right? But that's also like a good escape for them. Any beginner that I had, oh, I've never seen you in the gym. Oh, because I'm always hiding. I'm always in the female zone. that will make a point. Why? Because they don't have the confidence to be out there to actually do learn something. But that also comes from the lack of knowledge they have it on form and on understanding for gym as well. But not only that, when you said about the fact that, you know, I also learn through mistakes. I'm watching back videos of myself and I'm honestly, I'm like this. I'm like, no, it's bad. But I've learned it that way. And probably there is a lot of people out there and in the gym, they want to learn that way because they know how to do independent work. But that's also people that they depend on your work because they don't know how to. So for example, seeing someone they do it wrong, I mean, probably some people, they approach them in the gym, oh, hi, sorry, you know, probably this exercise, you should practice it this way. I've never done that because I don't want to offend nobody. You don't know how a person might take it. And if he has to be me and you come to me in the gym and it's like, oh, sorry, you did this wrong, I will not come back again the next day because I will feel bad. That means and shows that eyes are in every single corner. Don't get me wrong, when people do say, oh, just go to the gym, everyone, yeah, it does, but there is people watching you for some reason from somewhere in the corner. So that also what makes you feel uncomfortable. I could have times as well for a minute that I could feel uncomfortable too doing an exercise just because I have eyes on me and I'm like,
So if someone is doing exercise wrong, it doesn't need any type of direction, no help?
No, so you do need help, but in the same time is more of the way you approach the person as well. Because if you will be, I'm a female personal trainer, but if it has to be a male, I will not approach it. I will not.
And it's the way that I behave, I would come over.
So
you're doing that wrong, bro. You need to like put your head back, and some people don't ready
It
to
depends
stuff.
on the personality.
So many times happened to me that I correct someone, like, listen, you're doing this exercise wrong. They say, oh yeah, thank you, and proceed to the same thing. Like,
So you
they didn't care about what I was about to do.
exactly
I want
that. Because what Denisa is saying, and me being in a position where I'm coaching more women than men now, I can't approach a woman at the gym. I think it gets brushed with the same brush. So
approach a woman
to correct our form. So I've seen in the last 7 years a lot of bad form, right?
But you know, can I jump in here? You know why? I feel like approaching a woman is because they think they're trying to move to them, like you're using that as a protest or an excuse to try to talk to them.
So then that's what I'm saying. So understanding what Denisa is saying, for me, I'm just saying, for me, being a male, coming then to then say, I've looked at the form and it's bad.
For how long you've been looking?
Exactly.
It never goes down well.
It never
goes down well. That's what I'm saying.
So
How
there's
long
a
you
lot
been
of
looking?
questions being asked to a point where I don't even
What do you
feel
mean I don't know
comfortable
what I'm doing?
to be able to even
Exactly.
approach and address that.
Yeah.
So then, are you saying that Denisa or everyone else, is everyone then saying, once you've had that mindset and you're the person that don't know exactly what you're doing, to have a friend or hire a coach, does that play a part in that? To get a friend that knows that has been ahead far in that journey to come along with you?
It's really hard to find somebody though, because a lot of people don't have them people. All of us people are together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like most people don't have that person. Like, sometimes it's hard. I would personally say, start from videos, start from Instagram, start watching people.
Yeah.
Start getting into sport.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I would say, because a lot of it you pick up just from watching. And if you can use your eye where you can see what somebody's doing by watching, you don't really have to talk to them, and they don't actually have to give you help. You know what I'm saying? Like, but there's a lot of information out there. There's loads of information just at your fingertips that you can just go and see. You know what I'm saying? My personal opinion is that I would say to someone to do it the way that I was saying, because I think it just speeds up the curve.
The curve.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So then, Denisa, what is that? A role where you think female coaches now are really important? Because for men, they're kind of like different, right? So if you walk up to a man, you say, "Bro, come on, man, this is wrong." They'll probably listen, although that ego will come a bit more, depending on how you approach them as well. But I think men would get that message a bit more easily. So then,
but it depends on who the person, who the guy.
Yeah.
Because if the guy's big, 6'5", and he says to you, "Bro,
but that's
you
what I'm
eat
saying.
chicken," a guy will listen. But a lot of people don't listen because the information that they hearing isn't coming from what the person they want to hear it from.
And
you know
the
what I'm
question
saying?
comes like, what is he talking about?
Yeah. So if I'm telling you about abs, but I got a belly, like people are not going to really listen
But-
to you because you got a belly. But whereas I might be telling you the right advice.
Yeah.
Sometimes the right advice doesn't come from just
the most jacked.
It's
Yeah.
just the right advice.
Yeah.
It's not the way I'm doing it. It's the correct
Yeah.
advice.
That's
And
why
I think
you-
that's a lot of the
yeah.
time, that gets into things like, in your opinion. No, this ain't my opinion.
That's why you never judge of the appearance. You judge a person based on their knowledge, basically. Yeah.
Because we all agree here that we got into it by just doing it, and we was doing it wrong first.
Yeah.
So is the answer then that you just need to get in there and get in and try to do it? But then if you don't want it, you're not going to be able to do that, like we're saying. So my thing was go in there, like I'm saying, if you don't know what you're doing, the best thing to do is go in there and just move.
Move.
If you go in there and move, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be like,
Bodybuilder.
yeah, you don't have to get there first. You just need to go in there, move. You can do
Yeah.
chest, back, legs, tricep, whatever you want to do, all on the same day, as long as you moved. Over time, you'll then now learn. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to, and that's if you want it now.
No.
If you're saying to me, you know what, bro, I want to, I don't know, by next year or by the summer, I want
Yeah.
abs, and I
Yeah.
want it now. I would say get in there, get moving. You know what I'm saying? Do the things you know first. You know what I'm saying? Do the
You're,
things
you're
that-
getting into something there now. I will pick everyone's brains on, not to
Yeah.
go your sorry, Henny, because you've highlighted
okay.
something about the now and then. Does that impact the mindset now, where most people now are coming to and they want fat gone within 30 days, within a
Yeah.
week,
Yeah.
within the,
Yeah.
does
well,
that impact the
99% of
mindset?
it is
Yeah.
that I want it now.
Yeah.
Well-
so then, how does that apply to 18 years of experience, 8 years of experience, 3 years of personal coaching and training
for like 5 years.
for 5 years
yeah.
too,
Yeah.
and then me coming from a background of football and running all around and then
Yeah.
easily transitioning. So, knowing that, how do we then fix that mindset? Again, it comes down to that mind. Like, how much do you want it? Yes, you can want it, but it would take the amount of
Yeah,
time
of
that it
course.
takes. So, Jay, tell
To
me
be
about-
honest, yeah, I think it's doable. It depends on the intensity that you put in. You're gonna have
How
to
much
be
you want it.
in the gym every day. You're gonna have to eat
Yeah.
clean because you can't
Yeah.
expect to get that body and be,
Yeah.
sticking to the same diet that you had before training. So you have to change a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay.
Intensity, the sleep, recovery time. Like, nah, you're gonna have
By
to.
the way, all of that
everything has
we
to
need
be
to
on point.
address that individually and on those on
Everything has to
how
be on
all
point.
those aspects play into everything
Yeah.
that we're doing. So then, knowing that we've all agreed, then there is the mindset, how much you want it, how much are you willing to push through it,
Yeah.
finding a friend around the
Yeah.
gym, resources on social
Yeah.
media
Yeah.
to be able to address those complications. If you can, and you've got the means to hire a coach, get that information so you
Yeah.
can again smooth the
Speed
curve
it.
that you
Yeah.
said.
And,
So-
and the plan as well, write the plan of what you want to
you
do.
want.
Yeah.
Right. So then it comes down then to what I wanted to say, Henny, which I want you to jump. So then when it comes to goals, is it, once you've had all of that in terms of mindset, it's time to set a goal. Do you think that's important?
Setting a goal, depending on what you want. So if I was to say this is someone who wants it now, I would say you would have to set some sort of goals.
Right.
Because when you have something that you're chasing for, it pushes you to it. So like in any sport, like the goal at the end of it is to lift the trophy, to win the fight, to have the belt. So it gives you that extra little bit more.
More.
You know what I'm saying? It does give you that extra bit. But if you're just trying to get in shape and you just want to get into it, then the goals are probably not as deep.
So
Like,
so
for a beginner, I would say don't really try to set some goals because goals will always bring craziness. It always bring, I want to lose 5
I can
kg
see
in 2 weeks.
I can see Denisa shaking her head. Say,
No,
what's your opinion on
it's-
what?
It just
what do you
makes me
think?
think about. Let's just put it that way. Imagine that you have to go to work every single day at 9 a.m.
Mm.
What do? You get ready every morning at that time. At that time, you jump into the train, and at that time, you have to be at work because it's at 9.
Yeah.
But if you have to go to work anytime that you want, you're just gonna go whenever. So that's the same with the goal as well. It's more likely that if you set the goal, will help you achieve. It doesn't mean that you have to do a goal. Well, don't get me wrong. There is people that can do quick goals as well. But that's why when you think about the goal, what's my goal for future? If I'm here and I'm like, I'm just gonna do whatever I can in life. But if I do want to be a model in 3 years, then I'm going to work in that 3 years to be a model. So I feel like more with goals, it does help you to achieve certain things that you want in life. If you don't look for a goal, one person can just go to the gym for 1 year and achieve nothing because they don't lead towards anything.
Yeah.
But what I was trying to say, D, is that the goal is some people always set the goal so far. They always like make it further than they can really reach. So say like you have somebody, they want to lose maybe something that they can't lose in a week. It's impossible to lose that in a week. You know what I'm saying? So they want to lift something that is impossible for them to be lifting.
100%. But with this goal, before you get to it, along the road, you set small, tiny, different goals.
That's what I meant. Not
Today, I'm lifting 10. Next week, I'm only 20.
Yeah, but that's what
30.
That's what I was trying to say.
Till you get to your,
But what I'm trying to say is that when he was meaning goal, in the fitness industry, it means
there's nothing.
Now.
There's
So
nothing.
I want to fit into that dress.
It doesn't exist.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying. So that's what. So when I'm saying, what is your meaning of a goal? Because I would have little small goals that would change very frequently, more than a set goal. I just want to be slim.
You're gonna have to go to Turkey for that.
Or I just want to be strong.
It's like ups and downs.
Bro, do you know how long it takes to get strong? Like long. Like this ain't a year thing. This ain't a 2-year thing. This ain't a 3-year thing. This ain't a 4-year. This is a long thing. And sometimes you may never even ever get strong.
But that also comes to what.
So then that's why when I'm advising people, is you sort of have a long-term goal, because goals are important. They keep you focused, they keep you consistent, they keep you turning up every time, whether you like it or you don't. You have the mindset of, I want to get to this point.
Yeah.
Right? Then you have that long-term, you set the short-term goals. I'm going to wake up every day, like Denisa was saying. And then to be fair, most people say they want something, but they don't really want it, which is, how much do you want it?
Yeah.
Because we all wake up, and it's about priorities. We all wake up, we want to go search the money because we understand that finances run how we live in today's world. So then it's the same kind of mindset with your health. How bad do you want your health? So then when you're setting those long-term goals, you have low short-term where you take steps. I have to turn up every day for at least 30 minutes, 1 hour, whatever the case might be. I have to eat a certain way to be able to achieve that goal. So you start doing those baby steps, and then eventually coming down to the long-term goal. But the funny thing is, Henry, just like you were saying, most people, their long-term goal is 1 month, where it makes it so compact that they don't get to see nothing in that 30 days, which is exactly what you're saying. So what I meant in terms of goal is having a long-term thing, but with short-term achievements. And then that reinforces the long-term one that keeps you going along that vision.
But to go sideways a little, not too much, but the goals are big. Someone will, like, say like you as a personal trainer, someone will come up to you and says, I want a body like yours.
I've had that a couple of times.
You see what I'm saying? So this is what I'm meaning
about
the goal.
mindset as well, and that's about the idea.
But then that's the role where...
And let me say another thing. You as personal trainers, do you set your people them straight and say...
But that's what I was trying to get into it, right? So then it comes down to the role of what the PTs do.
Yeah.
Right? Because when people come to me, Henny, I promise you, like, that's why
heard the most
before even I turn you into a client or I want to help you, I have to make sure your mindset is right, and I have to tell you the truth.
Thank you. Yeah.
The most people you see with the great physiques, I didn't get to hear like, bro, this is 8 hard years of grinding, and before that I had a background of football before even lifting the weight.
They started training from
all your favorite fitness influencers didn't get there. You get
That's also the wrong path that a lot of people follow as well.
So then that's when they start coming out into different paths. Like we all know what it is, trend and walking and all of that.
There was this video picture I've seen of this woman. She had like a nice big, and abs, like ripped abs. I've never seen that before. Like, I mean, that physique there is not achievable without, some surgery. Nah. So because it looked like a BBL, if you get what I'm trying to say.
So then that's what I'm saying.
It's not realistic.
So us as personal trainers, us as friends, us who've had the experience, we need to groom. Okay, that's not a good word. YouTube. We need to help
Yeah, but
and
right,
lead in a certain way
Yeah.
where people, because a lot of us, especially with social media, you get videos on YouTube. I might be involved into it, but I then do like text down there like, yeah, I know I've made you interested to watch that video. However, it's not only that. You have to have that long-term vision and knowing that, okay, I have to be. Yes, you're going to see results month in, month out, but you're not going to get. You mean to tell me that most people that have had that great physique for that they build it 4 years, 5 years, you're gonna come and get in 3 months?
And when I was a
Ain't
beginner,
happening.
when I got into training, I thought that if I just lifted for a year heavy, I would look like these people. And after all these years of lifting, I still don't look like these people.
Right.
So-
So then, let me direct you a little bit. How does genetics then play a role in that?
I'm not really. I think with me genetics, I think it gets used a lot. I think only to me genetics. I would say genetics is how you're built. I don't think it really comes down to more about what you can and can't do. I think people use it as well, like metabolism as well, when they can't lose. Oh, my metabolism, my genetics. And some things are just like you ain't been doing enough, and you ain't been trying enough. But it does come into play, but not as much as people try to.
But okay, let's put it this way. Me and you,
Yeah, give me an example,
we
go
can
on.
be doing the same, start training same day, doing the same exercise, and we'll be getting 2 different results.
No, but there's a lot of things that comes into it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Oh,
There
did
is
you-
their
did you-
age.
did you-
There
yeah.
is your weight.
But
your
even if you
height.
have the same age,
Did you
same
lift as
height,
heavy as me? Did you?
no,
did you-
I say we started the same day. Genetics plays a role, a massive role.
No, but not
Some people
No.
have
Not
easy,
people take it
their
crazy.
shoulders get like easy, bam. Some people never have shoulders.
But I'm telling you, majority of times, if you do the same thing that somebody else does, you will get what you're supposed to get from it.
Yeah.
You can't look at somebody else's shoulders and say, oh well that's them and that's you. That to me, but I think that people use that excuse. I know it does play into things,
Yeah.
but I think that when you're talking to a new person or somebody starting, they think that the reason why I'm heavy is because my genetics.
My genetics,
Bro,
Genetics. What
bro.
about big bones? Have you ever heard of big bones?
So then,
Yeah.
Jay, you both have a
But
point,
I'm
but
big boned.
Bro, there's not like big bones,
I'm
bro.
you
big
both have a
boned, bro.
point. But
The
what
reason why I'm
Henny
heavy
is
is 'cause I'm
saying,
big boned, yeah.
what Henny is saying is people are using everything now as an excuse as opposed to doing the work to
Yeah.
achieve the better physique that you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, Denisa, like, do you then on your coaching on your journey? What is the sort of thing that you kind of see with women coming to you? Because I
Yeah.
have my own perspective.
Yeah.
They would always try and sugarcoat it, but
Yeah.
so you probably get more. So if you were to advise then women, because I know that women are the ones that most likely than not go to PTs for help.
Yeah, that's true.
So then, what is your point on that? In terms of women want to lose fat in 10 days, 20 days, like what?
30 days.
It comes to dedication as well, because I had clients but that comes also to how much you want it, very much. I've had a specific client for which I think we started last year, end of May, and her birthday was end of June, right? So she had to travel to Turkey, and she wanted to lose weight, and she wanted to get fitter. So we talked about it, and I said, if you really want this goal so much, then you have to work 7 out of 7 for it. And she achieved it. She did achieve it. But that comes to the point of how much do you want it? It comes also to the point where I have a lot of my clients, they will come to me and like, oh, taking easy on me. As you say, genetics plays on it. Or I have this problem, I have that problem, this. It's commonly understandable for everyone that it's normal to sometimes do not know your capabilities in what you do. But along a journey, eventually you can find out what you're able of. I'm able to do this. You can discover your strength. You can change your mindset. You can discover that everything and routine, the new routine that you can build it up, it makes you feel healthier. I don't think a lot of people that they got better within themselves, they want to go back to their old me. Don't think so, because they feel so much better within. Don't get me wrong, body outside this body, but keep in mind what it does and changes inside your body, because that's health as well. So having a routine, having a discipline, having a consistency, to me, that's what helps me to carry myself every single day. Having that routine to empty this, but make it work into my body. So it can be short goals, as we say, long-term goal, but comes to the point where long-term goal is more likely to achieve baby steps, but every single time you achieve something, you want more, and you want more, and you want to go for more. And that's when you realize, I can do this. I can. Yeah.
Good. So we've all addressed some points. Just to round up then, and basically for everyone to give the tips, we're gonna end that episode there. So just one off to reiterate that point.
Can I ask one
Oh,
about
go
the
on.
topic before? Yeah.
Yeah.
Does your clients always, or people in general that you train with, are they always able to get the body that they wanted, like the final, or
That's a great question.
they try to fix for something close? Because it's hard.
Yeah. So for me, my best
Results?
success clients have been the ones that have been the most consistent. What we've talked about, mindset, they want it that bad.
Yeah.
And I'm talking for most people, because I'm thinking most people try and give excuses. We have work, all of that. The client was female, 2 kids, single, entrepreneur. Right. So there's a lot of jogging around. She showed up for training sessions 5 days a week.
Yeah.
On the days that she's not training, she would do cardio. Right. In a year, after giving birth, 2nd month, in a year, got the physique. Right. Now, I'm saying it comes down to the person, the goals, how much they want it, how much they're willing to follow it, and if you've got a good program, that helps it, because there's a lot of programming that wouldn't help.
Yeah.
So, for example, if someone wants to grow glutes and you're training upper body 3 times, 4 times a week, you're not going to grow your glutes.
Exactly.
So that comes into
Yeah.
it as well. But
Yeah.
if they show up consistently, have the right information, invest into their goals, just like they invest into their careers, into their kids, into everything that they really want, then it's very much achievable. Did you get to the goals you wanted?
Yeah.
Are you building better than you?
We're getting there.
No, so but we're getting closer.
Yeah.
I
I'm satisfied.
And I think
way better than what I was
Yeah.
before. Yeah.
So I think with all of us, although all of us still wanna there's
Get
something,
more.
Yeah,
which is
of
what Denisa,
course,
everyone
yeah.
was saying. But then there's a point where you're getting more comfortable, and then you look at before, you're like, did I really look like? And then you laugh, right?
Yeah.
So it's that journey now. For us now, I don't think there is too much now. It's just a journey. It's
You never
where
get
to some
enough,
days.
really.
So it's enough consistency to where you build and you see progress. And
Yeah.
I think most people are happy with progress.
Yeah.
And when they get to that point where you see more progress, now where most people get discouraged, and especially because, again, like I said, the clients I coach are more women, but I still have male clients, is they get to hire, or they get help, or they get to try stuff, and they don't get the progress. That's when everything now becomes a problem. Now they start thinking nothing works.
Is this the journey though? Yeah. Just enjoy the journey. You're gonna get there.
Yeah.
And can I just say, so coming from both of you two now, that's got clients at the moment, is there any set standards? Is there anything that's set? So, like we saying, I think that the mindset is definitely a set thing, that you have to have the mindset.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. So when we get onto a program, do you have to have a program? Or in your opinion, it'll be the best to have a program? So because we want the listeners and we want the people to know, like when they're coming away from this, is like, if they're gonna do it tomorrow,
Yeah.
what they need to do. Because obviously we're rounding up now, so I just want to try and give them, right. So first one is mindset. You have to have the good mindset.
Yeah.
Number 2,
Denisa?
How much do you want to achieve it?
how much do you want to achieve it? Number 3,
Never be afraid to ask help.
great. No, I would say number 4 is get in there and do what you can.
Smash it.
Number 5, set goals. And then from the goals that you want, because the goals may vary, Henny will probably want to develop more upper body. Someone will want to develop lower body. Someone will want to grow.
now.
Yeah. So So from there, from those goals, they set how you go about your training now to achieve those goals.
Exactly.
And then that's when the training and programming comes in.
And then you got to believe in the process.
Yeah.
You're gonna have weeks where it's not gonna. You feel like you've not done anything, or
Yeah.
you're tired and work and all of this. But you just got to believe in the process, especially believe in the coaches that you've got.
Yep.
Especially these people that are gonna be there to help you and that you're paying to if you have a coach. But believing in the process, and it will come.
It will.
It will.
You know what? I feel like gym is beautiful because, to be honest, it's the only thing that we can't control. You know, there's no cheating. Whatever you put in, that's what you're gonna get.
Exactly.
Yeah. So then that's where the laws apply now. So if you're doing everything right and you're consistent enough, we've all had
Eventually.
Results as well, yeah.
So then, because most people, I think, the separation between is the mindset is strong enough to have gone into it and stayed the course to have achieved what we wanted. So most people struggle with the mindset rather than the training itself. Yeah, the training gets harder, but the mindset into it is what I would say. But other than that, that was a very good podcast, guys. I appreciate
Catch
the
us
video.
on the next show.
Please, guys, like, subscribe, follow along with the channel. We're going to be coming up with weekly podcasts to be able to instruct you on the fitness. So we've done it today around the mindset and what you should adopt for beginners. Thank you very much for listening. And again, don't forget to subscribe.
Goodbye. See you later.
Take care.
What are you saying, my bro? What was that like?
That was really good.
Yeah?
That was
Huh?
really, really good.
You're not gassing?
Yeah. I came in
Yeah.
only because. Sorry, stopping recording. Yeah, shit. Cool. Yeah, I came in because you kind of said that you was gonna round up,
Yeah.
but then you asked another question and it kept on going.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to save this to be like.
Yeah.
You would keep going
Yeah,
on
keep
and
going.
on.
But
You
what
were
did
the
at
one.
end-
It was
what
good.
you did was
So
really, really
I
good.
eventually, one of us
To,
were not
like,
going to do it.
summarize.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
usually, like in
Yeah.
presentations, you say what
Yeah.
you're gonna say, say
And
what
then-
you say, and then
and
then
say
summarize.
exactly what you said.
Yeah.
So that was
Perfect.
nice.
Yes.
Because when you come to the 5 breakdown, you can do a nice short clip of it.
Yeah.
To be
And
like
then,
the 5 things that you need to do to get to
Get
gym.
into it.
1, he says it. 2, 3, 4,
You see?
5.
I like you. You were actually watching us and pay attention. He remembers everything. Wow.
A guy that's boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
I'm not really a person that obviously there's you can flex between it, but I'm more of a where we going tonight?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about are we going there or we going
just
there.
wanna take
You wanna be
action.
I just
direct.
wanna go.
Yeah.
You know the ones like
You're gonna change. Let me take you.
Let's-
Anyways, you don't said about this, about women,
I'm just showing
women
you
clients taking them somewhere. She wants to get changed, and it sounds mad.
So you were saying
Yeah.
was good,
That
didn't
was
it?
good. I think that was good. You'll find out when it comes out. I think
I
listening
think
to
the first 5 minutes is a bit jittery.
yeah, because everyone is like nervy,
Yeah.
and then it's just like
So
what we're
when the
saying
next
about
one just
training.
like this wedge.
Bro, you know what? I was thinking about it, you know. To just come, you know, like, yo, show them.
This t-shirt
You know?
so dirty.
Yeah.
You can't
So I think it's like the same thing, like what we're saying about training our mindset. Because it's the first one now, we have to get more reps into it.
So so what's the second one?
No, second one now, we'll do like training.
Okay.
Training. So
Oh, you don't want to do the nutrition? I thought you was in nutrition before training.
we could do nutrition,
do nutrition before
Yeah.
training.
So sorry, I don't know. I hope I'm not disturbing you. Are you listening though?
What time is it? Is it past 3? Is it Man United Liverpool? What's going on there still?
Oh, you're a football guy, yeah?
Of course, man. I'm a sports person, bro. Everything to do with gym and sports, bro. I watch it, all boxing, all football. I dabble with a bit of basketball and a bit of
No, sorry.
yeah,
so
not like I
251,
know what I'm doing, but if it's on,
and
then
then
I'll watch
340,
it.
so
Cool,
just
man.
50.
Anything to do with two men competing, pause is great.
I was looking into it. So do you just use this as a screen?
Like, you know, but I'm
yeah,
a
this is like a screen.
superhero wrestling
This one here is going
sports
to YouTube.
person.
That one's another monitor, and then this
That
is
man's
the
my
actual
doggy,
recording.
fam. I light up the internet with this one. Where you going to get that?
Batman.
That night.
Taking,
I need to go.
taking information in.
We'll talk. Yeah, we'll talk afterwards.
Okay,
and-
cool.
Because remember, you guys, you're on a like tight timing.
Yeah.
Alright.
That went
So-
off. That went off. That went off. Still.
I don't think 3 episodes will be able to come out of this.
You could. Like I always say, you would want if you're doing for 4 hours, 3 episodes or 3 hours.
Yeah.
You want to do 4 hours, okay? Because you still need to set up,
Yeah.
do the checks. All these things here take time. Because when you book the studio,
Yeah.
you book a standard set, which is usually just the couch.
Yeah.
But if you want to add an extra furniture, that needs time to set
set
up,
up.
make sure the lighting is good for it, make sure the mics are set up. So that's extra time, and then you have to do pack up, and then yeah, all these extra things comes into
Comes
play.
into play. Yeah.
So how long we got left then?
So technically speaking, you are here till 5, but I'm going to give you extra half an hour. Yeah.
Come in then.
Don't worry, when we bust, we'll be using you anyway. Regular.
Then if you
Regular.
guys want to actually have a conversation afterwards in terms of like brand management, that's what I do. It's brand management.
Okay.
'Cause I heard that somebody said that about monetization, and that's my thing. Like, how do you let's get your podcast monetized, because I already know like if you're doing this as a hobby, it's a very expensive hobby. The best thing to do is to do it to run it as a business with the intention to get paid, because that will take. Basically, I want you lot back in the studio consistently. So if you guys are monetized, it's not coming out of your pocket.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, let's book some more hours.
Yeah.
So
But then-
my whole goal is to get you guys monetized as fast as possible.
But after this, we'll chop it up in it and we'll talk about what.
Definitely.
I
Yeah.
know I'm a bit of a pain, but I need to run quickly toilet.
So yeah, let me. You know what? You know how to.
Is it in the same direction?
Yeah. Basically, where you was hanging out earlier on.
Because to be quite honest, I don't really know that much about that sort of side. How does it get monetized and that? What do you have to put it on a YouTube or
Subscribers
something?
and stuff.
Yeah. So there's various different ways that you
Yeah.
can.
And what I was trying to do, we're trying to keep with this is that it's not a mix-up thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's we want people to come here and learn and actually, you get me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like this is.
And no one's done this yet.
Yeah,
So
this
this-
is the type of podcast I like. Not the nonsense that you
Yeah.
see. Let me be focused. You guys are actually.
But half of the people are doing that because they want bread, bro.
Yeah, but they'll never get bread from it like that.
Yeah.
Never ever get bread.
I know too many people are doing it. Fresh and Fit and them man have been doing
Oh,
it.
but they have an actual niche. They have like a
Yeah.
relationship niche,
Yeah.
and they're good with it.
Yeah.
Easy to get monetized.
Monetize of
3
that.
major niches are relationships, wealth building, and health. And then doing personal training that ties into health. Like for online marketing or digital entrepreneurship, those are the 3 biggest niches, and you guys are in it already.
Yeah.
It's just now thinking, how can I build my personal brand to attract my dream customers? Because all of you guys are different. Denisa, she's going to be attracting
Way
female
more
customers
females,
maybe
yeah.
of a particular Eastern European background. You might be taking in some Cameroon.
Bro, I'll go.
I got the
But
road
I'm saying,
man.
for example,
I got the-
I
I
know
yeah.
not everybody.
I got the road man.
You, road man, Jamaican, West Indies, whatever the case is. Next man might be
I'm
taking the man
joking.
who are short and want to build up their muscles to make
Yeah.
themselves look larger than they are. Whatever the case is, like everybody has their own specific niche. But once you know that and you can play into that and kind of tell your story. So like earlier on, you lot said kind of like who you are, but if you could tell like a nice story, like I got it. No, actually, he did. He said because he was short. You know, so that might relate to somebody else who's going through that. Shortness
That
and-
pain.
But you
Yeah.
know what it is? I wanted to get more into the discussion. I didn't want it to be about me.
Yeah.
But over time, you will get to know me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I just wanted to use. I didn't want to waste. I thought.
Yeah.
I do. I am not going into a podcast and listen
Yeah.
to about a brother I don't know.
No, exactly. As I
Sorry.
said, yeah, nobody.
Yeah.
I tell people like when you're doing content, like nobody cares who you are. Like no, literally, nobody cares.
Unless you based your thing off something for like you're Mike Tyson and you're on a podcast.
Yeah,
or
but
you're Cam or you're.
You
this.
had to be somebody
Yeah.
in order for them
Yeah.
to care in the first place. If Mike Tyson at the age of 19 started telling you I'm Mike Tyson, I'm going to be good. Nobody cares, right? Do something. Give me something that's valuable, that's helpful, that is informative, that either entertains me or educates me or inspires me. So, like, 100%. But when you're telling your story at the beginning, like, introducing yourself, in anything, just from now going forward, have a background story of who you are and where you come from. Because you say, if you're, for example, your like clients are roadmen,
just to say.
yeah, let's just say, for example, like I came from blah blah blah. This is me. Now I did this. Now you can inspire them. Like I came from the same place as you. I came from Blue Borough. I wanted to do it, and whatever. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So honing on your personal story is a good thing.
Maybe
And
a
just-
little bit more in this one. I'll say, well, I didn't really. Maybe you can
don't even worry about it now. Like I'm saying, like later on, there's other
will come more.
opportunities.
chime in when you got a chance to
Yeah.
learn about you a bit more.
But
And
yeah.
it's the thing as well. You don't want people to like that. You come here to come out information about Jim.
Yeah.
No one.
But
Yeah, that one as well, because you know.
guys, do your thing. Yeah, you're not doing it anyway. Like very informative. Like we're learning a lot. Like as an audience member,
Yo.
I do content, so I know like this is
You're locked out.
really, really good. Let me get it.
Yeah, thank you. So, you want to leave with the nutrition thing?
We're gonna introduce again. Welcome back to the channel. Mention the topic. Mention the previous one we've done before on mindset. Then
So-
we'll come down to the next step.
Is there a name for your podcast as well?
Huh?
Is there a name?
Oh
for
yeah,
Yeah.
RTO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it RTL?
Yeah.
Road to Longevity.
Okay, cool. Cool.
I'm
do you
gonna-
have like an intro as well of how you're gonna introduce. I don't know. Maybe I missed the first bit of the podcast.
Yeah.
Or was there like an introduction of this is the podcast?
Yeah.
It's about-
Yeah.
I must have missed it as I was walking.
Yeah,
out.
what you was working out, yeah.
Yeah.
So I did that. So I'm gonna reiterate again and then
But what I'm saying with nutrition, are we going to start in what is healthy or?
No, I'm gonna lead it.
But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not an expert in the nutrition field. You know,
No.
I
so-
eat,
Just need to say
I eat chicken and chips and all of that.
Good question.
Yeah, but you guys have a different metabolism too.
Do you not have any like lead generations or lead magnets? I'm speaking digital.
No. I understand what you're saying.
Digital. That
But
was
what
too
for?
digital, bro.
Huh?
What for?
Like for example, because you're doing a podcast, right?
Yeah.
Yes, a lot of people are going to be tuning in, right?
Yeah.
But it would be a great way to actually collect the information by giving them something.
Oh, email. So like that emails and everything.
Yeah. So I don't know if you have like something to give away for free, like a nutrition book or not book, but something like that.
Oh. Yeah.
Any
So I understand
challenge?
what you're saying. So
Yeah.
Any challenge?
Yeah, challenges, whatever the case is. And remember to like drop your Instagram or whatever the case is. Subscribe to me or follow me on Instagram if you want more information on this.
I mean, we
That's
got
not
to
on
got to
nutrition.
people.
I wanted to do that at the end, but
Yeah.
he was rounding up.
no,
and I
but
didn't
at
know
the
what
start you do it at the start, isn't it?
Huh?
It's better to do it at the start.
Yeah, do it.
Do it start or end, but if you've got the package where they will put in like lower thirds, which will put in your social media tags, then it's all good.
It's all good.
Yeah, but always do call to
Plug it.
actions to be like, yeah,
Yeah.
make sure you follow me on Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're on TikTok. I don't know which platforms. Afterwards, we'll
All
chop it up
of
and
it.
figure out where
Yeah.
it is. But yeah,
I need to make my new one. Any trains?
just think about those things, those call to actions.
Sorry, bro. Thank you.
I was seeing this, I was like, oh my god.
Because
How
I started
did
moving
it
and then,
change so
No, because I was looking for the water.
you know what?
and then you knocked. Yeah, so again, be very careful because anytime you knock this, they can hear the thud noise. Yeah.
Bro, can I have one bottle of water as well?
Yeah.
Everyone is getting
I knocked it off
thirsty.
again. Sorry.
Because you talk, that's why.
Jesus Christ, fam.
Sorry, bro. You're gonna have to do my mic again. Still. You wanna rock something? My mother come and tell me about you come people place and rock them things. Thank you.
Cool. So if anytime it messes up, there is this bit. Just screw it.
Screw it up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch it now after this.
But yeah, I'm monitoring it. Everything was perfect. Conversation flowed good. The sound sounded excellent. You hosted very well. The only thing I would say, just right at the end, keep them in line, basically.
Yeah.
If you're gonna round up, round up.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Let me just double check the cameras.
So what?
So what time we?
Round up or what? What do you say? What 6? No, 6 here and here. This is wrong though, isn't it?
No, that's perfect.
52, that should be the right time. 53 is on my.
Yeah.
Oh no, I can't see the one behind it. I'm seeing 5:52. Yeah, it's alright, bro. Yeah.
Put it on here. Yeah, take
That's
a
nice
second. Put
light.
it here.
Oh yeah.
The light.
Yeah. So when were you stopping at? What?
4:52.
You want to stop?
Like 50 minutes, isn't it?
You want to stop before that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Try to go for 45 minutes, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
So you do
So
only 2 episodes then?
No, you're gonna
No,
do
3. It's gonna give us an extra half an hour at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
right. So we're gonna stop out.
Keep your phones away and put them on silent. Or whatever the case is, right?
Yeah, mine was buzzing off as well.
Even the water. Do you really want to have it in shot? Not really. You could put it literally.
Yeah, but my mouth's been getting dry in between.
Yeah,
like,
just keep it like reach for it, but just keep it
That's
out.
why
shot,
I drank a
basically.
lot before.
So we're gonna stop at like 40.
Yeah. Yeah.
4:40. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what we're gonna do? You changing again after this?
Yeah. One more. That's long, isn't it?
Yeah. No, I'm saying it's good, but yeah, book a longer
A
time.
longer time for it.
If you're gonna do it.
So what? 4 hours next?
Yeah, like
Like if we're shooting 3 episodes, 4 hours straight,
yeah.
or we could do 1 hour
yes.
and then split if we can find time between them.
Standard, always book an hour extra,
Ah.
so you can do more stuff.
More.
So like all this talking now is taking up your time.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
true.
taking up. It's taking up your time. Changing is taking up your time. Afterwards, I'm sure you don't want to do like pictures and video around yourselves. Think of that. Think of
Yeah.
you want to do a thumbnail. You want to take a picture for the thumbnail. Like,
Oh,
but yeah.
Good idea.
Anyways, afterwards we'll have that
Yeah,
conversation.
conversation, yeah.
So we
You're
can get you the
taking
best
your
results
video.
possible.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. So thank you, bro.
yeah.
I really appreciate it.
Okay.
So I'm hitting
You want me to take a video for you?
record.
Oh, sure.
I'm hitting record right now on the Roadcaster recording. Hitting record right now on the ATEM recording. Let me make sure
You have brown trousers too.
all the mics are on. Okay, cool.
Why? Who has it? Who has them?
That's recording.
It's not the same.
Camera's recording.
The color is the same.
Clap,
We don't
clap,
do this. Yeah, we're matching.
Good to go. Yeah, everything is perfect. Questions? Are you good? Perfect. Please just bring that water down because it's actually in shot. It doesn't
What about my phone? Is it showing now? I hope not.
No, your phone is not showing. It's fine. Cool.
Everyone good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Let's do this again.
Yep. Let's go.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Road to Longevity podcast, where we talk fitness, health, nutrition, training, everything when it comes to your health to get you in the best possible shape of your life. So today, we're going to be addressing nutrition, which is a big, important part of getting yourself to how you feel when training, when not training, and when working.
Apologies. Restart that. Left the laptop.
Oh my God, my
Apologies.
that was
it's
a good
good.
flow.
Yeah.
I don't know what to
No,
say.
no,
now.
no. I'm happy because I kind of moved this. So
Yeah,
Didn't
it's
you
like
see me laughing because
my
you
team.
didn't cry?
yeah. Thank
Can you see the Batman? Not good.
Fine.
I'm Batman. Yeah.
yeah, you're good.
Take care.
Come on, you got it.
We ready?
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Road Longevity. No. We go. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Road to Longevity podcast, where we talk health, fitness, nutrition, training, and everything to get you in the best possible shape of your life. So, again, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe, you like, you follow, and you listen along. Because today we've got a big topic to address, which plays a huge role in your fitness, in how you feel when we're going to work, training, not training, and everything along the way. So it's nutrition, you guessed it right. Again, we're going to introduce the host of the podcast. I'm Loic, Coach Loic. You can find me on Instagram, Coach Loic Rostan. All our tags will be on the description, but I'll pass it on to Henny.
Yeah, you can find me on Insta under Henny Weight. Follow me, see how I do things, see how I keep the gains going, and yeah, that's it.
This is Denisa again. Follow me on Instagram, Dance Fitness, and
That's it, you got stuck. Jay, go on.
Hi, this is Jay. I go by Jay Da Vinci. Yeah. Like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram.
Okay, cool. Right, guys. Nutrition is a big topic. You can see it all over social media. It would impact how you see the results you want to see. But again, let's get the experience of the people. We've got 18 years, 5 years of coaching, but really been training for longer. Jay, 8 years, myself, 7 years of training and helping people. And I can tell you for a fact, nutrition is going to be the be-all and end-all in everything.
Key, yeah.
So, Henny, why don't you tell us why nutrition, first of all, is important? Why is it important?
Well, I'm going to kick off with talking about myself. Basically, I've never been really strict on with nutrition and with my diet. I've always just lived my life bound to what I would like to eat. And lately, I've changed my diet. I'm actually taking a new diet where I'm eating majority just proteins and fruits and vegetables. I haven't been entirely strict on it. I'm probably about 90% where I'm just having like a steak, some eggs, some blueberries, strawberries, things like that, where I've been trying to cut carbs out.
So no carbs, basically.
I've had bread a few times. I've had potato a few times, but generally I'm trying to build towards it. But at this moment in time, I haven't really got the time and to be doing all them meals. So, but that's what I'm aiming to do. And at the moment, I've been trying to do calisthenics and trying to do things where I'm holding my own body weight.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not too strict on it yet. Like I haven't got to where I'm 100%. Everything I eat is down to this thing. So, the nutrition thing is very important, depending on, as I say, this is another thing, on who you are and what your aim is. My aim is just to train and to be healthy. So I don't really have to watch why I eat that much.
So how does nutrition now, in what you're saying you want to achieve, how is that helping you towards that goal?
I've really started it because I enjoyed the way the food is. That's why I've been doing it, because it's predominantly around steak and stuff like that, and eggs and stuff like that, and it tastes better than the food that I was eating before. And it was just something new. I was bored, very bored of doing the same things. At the start of the year, I decided that I'm going to try and chase this 6-pack just for the sport of it.
Yeah.
And I just thought, hey, let me try something new. I saw the diet, someone else was doing it, and I thought, you know what, let me try that. And it has actually worked. I've dropped maybe 3 kg. I was 106, I think I'm 103 now. And I haven't been really strict at it. So if I was really, really strict with it, it would be better. But going back to your first question, with nutrition, I don't take it too seriously. This is me personally. But if you really want it to help yourself to get to your goals, and especially these goals that we was talking about, not the small goals, the goals that are the long-term goals, your nutrition is very, 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 very important.
Denisa, what do you think?
So, as a personal trainer as well, I do believe that nutrition plays a huge role in fitness. If you ever do want to get into a gym, then definitely you have to start from nutrition first in order to get and achieve results. Based on the goals that you go for, of course, there is a different diets that you can apply it to your routine. I tend very often to hear a lot from my clients that diets works for everyone in a different way, and I agree that. And I have to say also, everyone has a different metabolism, slower or faster metabolism. But when it comes to food as well, depends on how you're splitting the meals per day. I tend very often to hear that they don't have enough time to eat. And it's not always about, I get it, we're all busy in a day, but 5 minutes an hour time, we can still make it in order to have a meal. But definitely going into nutrition, it plays a big role into fitness. If you don't start, we always say one thing, your packs, you made them in the kitchen, you don't make them first in the gym, because it starts from there. Yeah.
What about you, Jay? That's a great point, to be fair. Hey, what did you say again? Repeat that. Let's hear it again. Your packs, you made them where?
It's like a way of saying, that would say your packs, basically,
Yes.
your abs, you kind of build them in the kitchen first before you do it into the gym, because everything starts from
From
food.
there. Okay, cool.
To be honest, I'm a bit like Henny. I never really restrict myself to any type of diet. So, like my daily diet is like
Yeah, give me the week,
70%.
Give me the week. What?
70% carbs, 30% proteins. But I try to avoid frizzy stuff,
Yeah.
Eating sugar, chocolate, cakes, none of that. Like it happens once in a while, but
It's not.
maybe once a month. You know.
What I was trying to say, what would be your weekly? Just say like your weekly meals. What would you eat?
Bro,
Monday.
I'm Italian. Pasta.
Yeah.
But this,
Absolutely.
like I touch pasta almost every day. Pasta,
Spaghetti bolognese is one of my weekly meals.
pasta.
I do
Yeah.
love a spaghetti bolognese.
I eat a lot of salads, chicken. Yeah, that keeps me going. But as we said before, the diet is very important, and that's gonna be making the difference to how long it's gonna get you to a ideal goal or your ideal body. So not everyone is lucky to be able to eat pasta every day. So you need to find what's good for yourself and stick to it.
Yeah.
Right, for me, like for example, like I normally tell myself, or when I was training, like at the start I didn't understand what I was doing. So like the first 2 years I didn't get any weight out of it because
No way.
I was just not eating enough for the goal that I had. So what I like to tell people is always, whatever goal you got is how your training will be, and it's how your nutrition needs to follow.
Yeah.
So the nutrition, although the quality of food you have to eat has to be similar, but the quantities are different and what you're dealing with is slightly different. So someone who needs to lose weight or fat, more precisely, would have to do different things, and someone who would want to maybe gain more muscle will have to do different things. Now with those parameters, that's generally how it works. But knowing from what I know from you guys, you would correct me if I'm wrong with this, is most of you eat foods that are whole foods, right? You buy your whole foods and make and cook them yourself.
Yeah.
Right now, the average person eats more outside than they do when they cook.
Yeah.
Right. So would you say? Because me too, I didn't have. I don't like. I don't look at. I would say it's precisely a diet.
Yeah.
So I've always, and that's what I always advise clients. If you're someone who is coming from a certain heritage, you've grown up around certain foods. For me to start telling Henny to start eating boiled rice and boiled broccoli, bro, it's not gonna happen, is it?
Yeah.
No, it's not. So although there's certain parameters and principles you have to do to your diet to adjust it to make you see the results, but you have to understand the food that you grew up around and then tweak it in a way that's going to help. So nutrition definitely plays a role. So then I wanted to ask you then, Henny, so how the fact that most people eat food more outside than they cook and shop their own meals, how could that potentially impact what you see in the mirror, your goals and everything? If you got anything to say to that. So like for a beginner, because beginners always go in with that mindset.
Firstly, I was talking about just myself, and with now, if we're just talking about a person who wants to say, we just work off the person who wants to just lose weight.
Yeah.
You would have to eat in a calorie deficit to be able to lose the weight.
What does that mean, calorie deficit, for someone who doesn't understand that technical term?
So you have to eat less than your burning.
Yeah.
So in and out. So you have to be burning more by exercising, walking around, by doing a diet more than you are eating, and that is where the deficit comes in, and that is how you lose weight. That is a fact.
Yeah.
That isn't an opinion. That is 100% fact. And the way that you can do a lot of these things by cutting your calories, making a deficit, is by cooking, by using the right foods, like basically eating the more healthier foods, which we all know what are the healthier foods are. The clean meats, the unprocessed foods, the vegetables, the fruits, you know what I'm saying? Like drinking water, like sticking more to like real foods. So that would be my opinion to somebody who, that is somebody losing weight. Somebody putting on weight now, especially for muscle building and strength and size, you would have to be getting enough protein, which is, well, the calculations are out there. It's like what one pound of your weight for one one thing for protein?
1 gram.
1 gram of protein, yeah, sorry. So yeah, some of these things that have been set, these are not even debatable. Like, these are things that guarantee will think if you stick to them, they will definitely work. You know what I'm saying? So it is hard sometimes to try and find what you're actually eating and what you're actually burning, because these are all measurements and none of these are actually specific to a certain thing, but it will give you a vague gauge of what you are doing and what you're not doing. So I would say to anybody, if somebody just asks me advice, so I want to lose weight, what would I do? I'd say 50% of your plate protein. I'd say maybe 30% of your plate vegetables and 20% carbs. You know what I'm saying? I'm on a diet now which I prefer, which is, and the reason why I'm doing it is for many reasons, but I would prefer just to do the steaks and stuff like that, because you just have to fry the steak and it's done. You know what I'm saying? Whisk 4 or 5 eggs, what's that, 3 minutes? Fruits, you pick them out of a bag.
Saves time.
It saves so much time. You're getting everything that you need. You're getting carbs from because I eat a lot of apples and a lot of bananas, so that's where I'm getting my carbs from.
Right.
I don't really need a lot of extra carbs, the ones that will bloat me. So I don't want some things like oats at the moment. There's nothing wrong with oats or anything like that, but I just don't want food that will bloat me. Bread, because I'm trying to get the abs, you know. So the abs, you know, and everyone. So that is my process at the moment. Like, and this process might not work for everyone, but I think NHS and there's been a lot of like work been done out there to show you that it is 50% protein, 30%, maybe 40% on the vegetables, and then with the carbohydrates would be just a small amount. You can go up to maybe 20% or go as low as 10%. But yeah, I think that would help the average person.
Can I chip in?
Yeah, go on, Jay.
Yeah, of course,
So,
man.
Remember, this is your advice with you as a beginner. If you had
Yeah.
to change something, and then someone else out there, that if you were to advise on nutrition, what would you say and why? Why are you advising what you're saying, and why do you think, in your opinion, that's going to be important? And
yeah, but I want to target
go
Henry
on,
first.
Yeah.
Does your diet, did it have any impact on how much you can push in the gym? Because me personally, if I have to reduce the carbs the same amount that you do that, I won't be able to lift the same amount of
Thank
weight.
you. That's right. Yeah.
so remember when Henny was saying that, it's
Like, you feel weaker? Do you?
I haven't really tested. I don't feel I've been weaker. I feel I've been better because I've been doing calisthenics. I've been pulling myself, doing pull-ups. I've been doing planks. I've been doing a lot of stuff like that, and I feel in between athletic and still bulky. So what? Maybe I haven't tested it. I probably couldn't tell you.
So you have not
But
pushed
if
properly,
if I would had to guess, I would say I would got a slightly weaker. It's only slightly.
It's not like you cut the carbs completely. You still have them once in a
Yeah,
while.
yeah. It's not like
Yeah.
I've not been doing
If
it
you cut
fully.
them completely, then
Like
yeah.
this morning, like basically what I had for breakfast this morning, I had a banana, I had grapes, and I had salmon, and then I had a pancake,
Okay.
and then I had some water, and just walking now. So when I probably go back in later, I'll probably have steak,
Yeah.
and it's because as well I've been doing this because it's so quick. You like to do a steak, you can just 10 minutes, you know, and you get a lot from a steak, a lot. You know, I have never had the steak and thought, oh, I'm not hungry. Like it always, I always feel good after, and even the way that I've been going toilet and stuff like that, it's all been better. I felt much more better, and I've been losing weight. So
okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So Denisa, then looking from that personal trainer point of view, and then you can kind of like link in your own journey into it. Give us what clients need to pay attention, knowing that you've coached beginners as well. Henny has done his well, then he's given. So what would you say? Nutrition, how does it play a role? What do they have to look at on that side?
That's So based on the goals that the clients they do have most of the times, talking on a perspective of a client most of the times is either on losing weight, is either on toning up, is either on building muscle, or either on building strength. It could be many other things. That was a very good point which you mentioned earlier, because I had in my journey at some point I've done a bit of a deficit diet. Of course, I'm also a learner, and we all still learning, and I had to learn a lot from my own experience as well. And I've come to the point where I've built it on muscle, but then I wasn't really keeping up on high protein, so going down on a deficit diet, I was starting losing weight, but losing the volume muscle as well. So one advice I always say to everyone is that you can go on a deficit diet, but make sure you kind of like the quantities of the other meals onto your plate, but keep high on protein so you can keep up of the muscle onto the same size on your body, because that's a difference. If I just want to make sure I come to the gym and I'm losing 10 kilograms, then that's fine on a deficit diet. But if you ever come to the gym and be like, but I want to have more definition of my muscle and lose the body fat, then in that case, you need to keep up on high protein in order to achieve that goal. So I've realized I think it was last year around summer, end of the summer, I'm like, wow, I started losing, but where are my muscles? I was starting getting worried. I wanted to do a bulk, but everyone has a different metabolism. So my bulking, I was like, oh my God, I don't want to do a bulk. I don't want to gain too much weight. I don't know how it's going to be. Listen, so far, I've gained only 6 kilograms, but it's been mainly muscles, not fat. Do you know why? Because people tend to do a dirty bulk. Why? It doesn't work for everyone.
For the listeners that are listening, what is a dirty bulk?
It's more like eating bad food. Like you can have a lot of calories in, but not being careful of your nutrients into your food. Like I could just go and eat McDonald's every single day. I'm still bulking, but from there, how much percentage of the fat and how much percentage of my muscle I'm building up? Because then when you have to go on a deficit diet, you look the same. That's not gonna probably make a change. So I'm like, I've tried to, because I love meal prepping, so I tend to meal prep from Monday to Friday. I make sure I have my meals in my fridge. I'm not slacking on food. I can still have, I'm enjoying, I try to be not too strict. But in the same time, if I have a need, don't say no. Have it sometimes, but you can be in a smart way. Instead of having a normal chocolate, I could have that chocolate. That's still sweet. Yeah. So you just have to think smart with the food. So my advice is on a beginner, I think it's also social media it messes up people's mind. Because you can come to me and be like, oh, I'm making a video on Instagram and I'll be like, oh, walking every single day 30 minutes on a treadmill help you lose weight. And then you'll see other people following that way without having knowledge. But what am I doing out there is eating McDonald's. I know someone specifically that coming in the gym, eat McDonald's before the session and expect that probably the session or the gym will help them to get better. But what do you do out there? Because you can come and show up.
I'm the person.
Very good.
So Jay, talk to us. So now that you've jumped in and you're the person, talk to us about nutrition and sort of what you think would need to know.
As I stated before, nutrition is Denisa stated, is very important. Like, is the stricter you're gonna be with your nutrition, the faster you're gonna get to your goal. Me personally, I'm Nigerian, I'm Italian. There's a lot of carb in my culture, so it's a bit hard. And I'm normally the one that cooks for my family, so we like.
And you have to be honest.
I can't be switching the diet for everyone, you know.
Yeah.
And you have to be honest with yourself. If you don't want to cut out something, then you're gonna have to put that into your diet and into your plan. If you don't want to cut out carbs, then you're gonna have to understand. Well, you're not gonna lose as weight as fast. Not necessarily to say that, but I'm just saying if you're having high carbs like chips and stuff like that and loads of breads with butter, it's gonna slow you down a bit more. So that's another thing, because I don't want to cut out certain things. I don't want to go to cinema and not have popcorn. Like I don't want to eat the whole box, but I want to have popcorn. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, or if I want to go to America, I'm going to eat pancakes. You know, them ones like.
Depends on the body.
To be honest, it depends on the body, as you said, and on your goal. Because I'm happy in looking thick and shredded. You know, like I'm fine. If not, I'll be working on it.
It's for everyone what works the best.
And that was a problem with me as well, because trying to tell people that you actually are happy being a little bit more heavier, not being slick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it's hard for really people to understand, like, why would you want to be bigger when you could lose? Because I actually like the look. You know what I'm saying? So it's all down to what you actually want and what you want out of it.
Exactly.
So this is
Yeah.
it. This
Listen,
is why.
if I lose any kilo, everyone will be thinking I'm sick. So
So this is it, and this is why when it comes in, and this is why it's dangerous now, because it's important that with every advice that we give, especially to beginners, they have to understand that the nutrition that you adopt needs to work with what you've been around, what you've been used to. Make better choices with what you're used to, and then generally with that, there's a lot that could be played around with what you're knowing. So now, for a person that wanted to lose weight, we all know the law of thermodynamics still applies. So you can't be wanting to lose weight, but you eat more calories than you spend. That is not going to happen, regardless of whether if you're eating salads. Don't happen, right? Now, the quality of the food too is important. How processed is the food? How do you get your minerals, your vitamins that will help you in all of that? It's also important. So for someone wanting to lose weight, first I would say know where you are. Are you eating a lot? If you're eating a lot, you probably want to choose foods that are less dense in calories.
But do you know how where you are? Like, you know, there's ways to like calculate. Like, there's a macros calculator out there where you can put in your height, your age, and all that, and it will break down
an estimation.
And it will tell you, well, at your body weight, you need 2,800 calories just to say to maintain your thing. So we know that you've been eating too fat, because you wouldn't be this size and you wouldn't be what you are if you wasn't eating this.
are those things are accurate? Because last time I checked, he was saying I was obese, based on my size and weight.
So a lot of the things, right? And this is
sorry for continuing out.
And this is where a lot of the things now comes to technicalities. You have to be able to understand where the limits of whatever you're using gets. It's the same thing like Apple Watches, and people say I burned 1,000 calories. So it's an estimation. It will never give you the correct form. So what I tell to 10 people is, first of all, know where you are. Cut out a lot of the things that are not useful to you, and they're highly processed food because they come with no benefits, no addition.
Fizzy drinks.
So if you can cut them out first, and this is for the person that's trying to lose fat, especially, cut those stuff out. Work with foods that you know grew from the ground or was eating foods from the ground. So your animals and your plant and all of that. We all know all of that. So the more you can buy less of the packaged stuff and buy things that you knew that we all know, that you make food out of those, you will get your nutrients and vitamins. Now,
which is very easy.
When you're losing weight, protein is going to be important. I'm going to ask all of you questions about why protein is important. Protein is going to be important because it keeps you the muscle that Denisa was saying, and then you can focus on the other stuff. Now, the law of thermodynamics, we just said less calories, which means if you're eating more protein, less calories, you get to lose fat, because then it can't be muscle, because
keeping up with the protein.
So now you mentioned carbs. You get a lot of carbs. Now you get your energy mostly for carbs. So someone who's trying to lose weight, you probably want to tap into the fats that's already been stored. So then you have to play a bit more with your carbs to get to that point. Now, this doesn't apply for everyone because everyone's different. Right? So then now we all know carbs need to be at a certain level depending on what your goal is. And then protein, regardless, needs to be high because you need muscle.
You want muscle,
always. Protein's always like.
So then talk to me about protein and Henny, and then I'll get everyone to talk about it.
I would just say keep your protein high because you get majority of what you need from protein.
So like, what are some of like proteins? Because some people might not understand what we're talking about.
Protein. The best sources of proteins for me is chicken, steak, prawns, eggs, salmon, mince meat. I'm more of the person who wants quick and not a lot of mess. So instead of buying chicken with bones and wings, I normally get the breasts. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? Because it's just easier you can grill it and it could be done in 20 minutes. So that's what I normally aim my stuff for. But like the problem with as well where we're going as well is that we need to make people understand that everybody's different, so everybody can't do the exact same thing. We're only talking what would be the word, like, we're just talking of what you could do now to help you, but you're going to have to find what you need to do to specifically get what you get, because I might be 6'5" and you might be 4'1", and we're going to have different calorie intakes and different, you know what I'm saying? So I want people to understand you have to find out how to, basically, you're going to have to find out how much you weigh, you know what I mean, how tall you are. And I would say use this calculator because it gives you a gauge of what you can eat and what you can't eat.
Because
some people don't know the measurement. They don't know how much to, you know what I'm saying?
But which is a good, because you give them a template of how much protein they should be aiming to get.
Yeah.
So for every pound of body weight you have, you should aim to get at least 0.7 grams. And if you're trying to get more muscle, go all the way to like 2.2 grams, all of that. Generally, protein is good.
Yeah.
So no one should be worried about protein.
Yeah.
So Denisa, tell me then on the, like, why is it protein only good for muscle, or is it something else?
It's good for muscle as well, but in the same time, the protein, how it works in your muscle, like for example, thinking of like different athletes, people as well, it also gives you strength and endurance. So it's true, depends of the sports that you practice as well, and the muscle size you need it in your body as well, because not everyone might have it the same. Footballer player might not have it in the same way, but they will eat instead more carbs because they need more energy.
More energy.
So it's about, like, if you do train in the gym into fitness, like, to me, I can definitely say it, body is beautiful. It's like a sculpture, how you can change it. If you do give the right things, feed it with the right things, train it with the right exercises, it can easily change. Of course, it's not going to happen overnight, but it's just, it's like a psychological thing. How do you start observing the differences in your body? For me, eating more protein gives me so much strength. It's like lately I gained so much strength that I'm sitting around and I'm like, I didn't know I could do this. I didn't know I could lift this. And I used to feel more tired. Don't get me wrong, I want to say something. I thought that if I cut more carbs, as you said it earlier, it works for everyone differently. For me, cutting carbs is not a problem. Protein keeps me up. For a different person might work with the carbs, they might feel more tired. I have clients that I have to help them to increase their iron in their body, because cutting a little bit of carbs affects them straight away, feeling more tired, feeling more drained. And for my goal, for which is, of course, I want to compete one day, maybe next year, I will say, I just wanted to give a challenge to myself to see if I go high on protein. I'm eating around 200 to 120 grams of protein per day.
Yeah.
I wanted to see a target just to see how it is. I will never go back down to lower than 180 grams per day, because it helps me like focused every single day. It helps me to build more strength. It helps me stronger into the gym, and I can see my muscle growing in a matter of 3 months drastically. They change.
What about how full did you stay full for a longer time?
That's also another thing. And with my snacking, I recommend to my clients all the time, if I eat an apple, oh my God, it will make me hungrier. If I have a protein as a snack, I'm okay to carry on. I don't know, everyone eats it differently. For me, I could eat every single 3 hours.
Yeah.
And I have 5 to 6 meals in a day, main meals and snacks, sometimes 3 main meals, sometimes 2 snacks or 3 snacks, depends of how early I'm waking up in the morning, because I try to work around that way. So
And what are these snacks? What?
That's what I
I
wanted to
just
say.
like, so for example, I found those like really nice sake yogurts. Sorry, it's like nice ones. They have 20 grams of protein per snack. I sometimes document myself with different things. Like I found those jerky snacks on Amazon, which I got them. They have like 23 grams protein per snack, and I'll add some extra on it. Sometimes your main meal is chicken, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do some grilled pieces of chicken and have it on the side as a
Yeah,
snack as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
It doesn't really, when people will say, I don't know what to snack. Of course, you don't want to think about snacking like chocolate and all of these things.
Yeah.
You just need to be smart with it. That's the same thing I
So
say
like
to
now,
my
for me, for
clients.
example, I've got a very good template for people, right?
Yeah.
So generally, because of the benefits that we just highlighted around protein,
Yeah.
if you're eating a lot of protein, you're going to be full most of the time. So
Exactly.
you don't really need to worry about snack. Now,
Yeah.
that would happen eventually, like especially around
Yeah.
coaching women, period and all of that. So they will get a lot more of that hormone scene where they need a bit more cravings. So around the template that you mentioned, if you have a protein for a snack, good. Now, most people, especially beginners, right, they will get to a point where they don't really want to have protein when they snack. So that is where like me, for example, how to keep them on target and not to make them overconsume, because a lot of the snacks that we're talking about, they don't really keep you full. They don't have the fiber to
Yeah.
help you.
Yeah.
So all of that, you're eating one packet of crisp or all of that, you're still hungry. Now you've gone from one packet to the whole box, right? So then you find yourself in a calorie surplus, just like that, easily. Ice cream, room, raw. That's like what, 1,000 calories, easy. So what I tell them is, okay, pick your favorite snack. Is it Kinder Bueno, whatever, Mars? Get it. Get a protein source. Yeah. So when you're having that snack, if it's a bar, like crush it, put it in the protein and have it together.
Yes.
Now you get the benefit of having that rush of sugar that you wanted, but you're also getting the benefit of being full and the ability for protein to work with what you have to maintain in terms of muscle.
Yeah.
Now that restricts you on your ability to gain more calories, but it also helps you like stay on course with what you've got going. Now, you find out with that little tweak, and this is just for beginners, because then again, like we said, beginners, the mindset is a bit shaky. So they can't look at food necessarily and be saying, no, I'm not having you today.
Yeah.
So then when you find that with protein alone, and if people focused on buying those natural protein food sources and cooking them and making sure that they eat enough protein, bro, like, for example, I was speaking to one of my clients last week. She just like, I struggle to eat all the meals with the calories that you've told me that will get me to lose weight. Think about that.
Yeah.
So then now, enough of her eating what she's supposed to eat, she's not going to be bothered, or they're not going to be bothered about the other stuff. And that's how important protein is. Now, let's go to carbs. I want to hear your thoughts on carbs.
Can I just chime in on what we forgot one thing, the protein shakes.
Yeah.
Now, what is your view on protein shakes?
For me, again, like we said, basic stuff. We need to get the basics right.
Yeah.
So for me, all my clients now, I've told them no protein shakes.
Yeah.
Right? If you can't get food, natural food, protein shakes is going to come and hurt you long term.
Yeah.
Because you're not getting your fiber to be able to digest it well.
Yeah.
Right? It keeps you bloated. Most of the protein shakes are not the best protein shakes out there. So the massive gainers and all of that, they don't help at all long term like they think.
Great.
And marketing is done in such a way where protein is just being highlighted at the front thing, because we all know protein is good for all the benefits we've just mentioned. So a lot of companies, what they do is just blast protein on it. Where it's become a term that, so far as protein is good, it don't matter
High
what else
protein
is in
source.
It don't matter what
Filled with omega and protein sources.
So then you then give that to someone, right? Yes, they still get that protein, but then nothing else. They're just blank. It's like giving someone a packet of crisps. It's carbs, you need carbs, but apart from that, what else? How does it help your body? How does it help you with training?
That's a really good point.
But you know what? Thank you. This is like, should be like a general knowledge, but most of the people, they think that protein shake is healthy. I don't know why.
No, I'm not, don't get me wrong.
People-
So if for a beginner, right?
Yeah.
Because Jay, if you got a protein shake, I know what you're doing.
Yeah,
You
but
know that you cook. You said you cook your own meals. Most of the time, you cook your
Yeah.
own meals. Most people now, can you imagine? I spoke to someone January, right? She was trying to get on the program. I'm like, she was just blasting on protein shakes. I feel bloated all the time.
You know what?
I gain all this weight. She don't understand, like, the ingredients. You don't even understand what was in the ingredients.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
And then everyone thinks
they're mixing it
protein
with
shakes
milk.
is a safe space. The same thing with protein bars. You still need your good quality foods because you get your nutrients and your minerals from it.
Yeah.
And the more you can get from your natural food sources, you'll be good. So for me, protein shakes, I will only introduce it once a client have got good experience doing what they are supposed, turning up for the gym, like we discussed around the mindset in the previous episode, doing a lot of the things that they're supposed to do. Then again, protein shakes needs to be treated as a supplement, which is what it is, to supplement your diet,
Yeah.
not to become the diet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
agree.
right.
I think we all agree there.
Because I had a lot of my new beginners, and that comes to the point that a lot of new beginners, I've been taking protein shake. Yeah, but you can't just have your protein just from there. Now, don't get me wrong, I have a lot of tools. Some of my clients have recommended to also take it like mixed in their smoothies, which makes also a difference. You can add yogurt on it. You can just mix it with everything, but that's a different source where you can add up everything else that you need it in your body.
And one last thing, not to cut you off, Denisa. What most people need to understand about those protein shakes is most of the time they're not protein shakes, they're carbohydrate shakes.
Yeah.
Because if you turn around the
High
sugars
carbs.
and everything is mad.
And you
That
gain
is
mass.
the worst type
Yeah.
of carbs you can get.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true.
So if you wanted a quick protein shake, go get Greek yogurt and mix it with berries.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna get a quick protein shake and
Yeah,
you blend
yeah,
it
yeah.
together and you have your natural sugars and you have your
Yeah.
natural minerals and all of that to get you in that form.
Yeah.
I'm just saying beginners need to be wary about those type of things and focus on nutrition.
Yeah.
and where they
Don't
should
spend the $13.99 on the protein shake. Buy that and buy the meats that you need throughout the week. I would say that's a better option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I get them onto, and then eventually they then go. Then carbs are tricky. Jay says carbs is important for him to get the energy. Henny says carbs, he lowers it. It's not as important. It's still important.
Yeah.
But it's not as important because of the goal that you have. You say low energy with low carbs. You say, really, yes, I get weakened a little bit. So tell me why carbs is not so much of a...
I have no problem with the carbs. It's just the high fat carbs. Like carbs get a bad name because a load of the carbs are fried and oily, or like people just do so much with the carbs. But like sweet potato, I'm great with. The only reason why I haven't been doing it is because I've been sticking to this diet because just for the fun of it, just to see where it could get me. And I'm a bigger guy, so whenever time I eat carbs or anything like that, my belly's bloated. And at the moment, I'm trying to work on the abs. I'm not trying to do anything that bloats me, anything that makes my belly look bigger than it's supposed to be.
Can I add something?
Yeah, go on.
You probably have even carbs stored in you,
Yeah,
so you need way less than what I need.
yeah, and because I've got a lot of weight. Like things like oats, it bloats me. Bread, it bloats me. Even like I had a pancake today, I knew I would look better. Because when you wake up in the morning and and even like all the carbs, there's cereals, like they're not even really carbs.
Nah,
they're just like
sugar.
They're just labeled as carbs, So it's not like I hate carbs or anything. I just saw a diet and I thought, in my life at the moment where I'm working a 9 to 5, it's easier for me to slap a steak on, put something in the air fryer, cook it quickly, and that is a better way. So that's the reason why I'm doing it. Like carbs have a bad name, but carbs are fine if you just don't have too much.
Yeah. Denisa, you got anything to add?
It depends of the person as well. It depends of your goals, depends of your achievements. For me, carbs as well, they tend to like bloat me, but I'm trying to use more like low carbs.
Yeah.
So they're not missing out of my meals, because let me tell you something. I've decided to organize my meals based, in the evening have less carbs because I go to bed. Of course, high protein, I keep it always high. But if I have a strong, heavy leg day, I always eat carbs before because I need a little bit of energy and I need to push. So carbs gives you energy in a way. It's really, really hard, and I believe it's almost impossible to live without carbs, because otherwise where are you gaining that energy from? You can just start taking a lot of iron. That's not going to make much difference in your body. So we still need carbs, but we need it based on the level of our goals. I want to lower them down a little bit, keep everything else high. I want to do more maintenance, keep them a little bit higher. But there is also a lot of people that can live with just having low carbs and just everything else extra on their meals. Carbs, for example, they really struggle me with digestion. But if I keep everything else on fiber and I keep it up on protein, I can be okay. But I know also like runners, and they need high amounts of carbs in their body.
Yeah, I think for me again, it comes down to the goals. Again, everything is relative. You're trying to gain, you maybe need a bit more carbs than you are. And then if you're trying to lose, you probably want to control a bit more carbs.
What about yourself? You
So for me, especially, my diet's high protein, medium to high carbs, right? Because for me, I'm always on a slight calorie surplus,
Yeah.
like just slight. I don't know about dirty bulk. I don't even know if you find I don't use those terms.
Yeah.
I think if you want to gain good quality muscle, which is what I have been doing,
Clean food.
Proteins and
from skinny Loic to where I am, right? Is I've always been trying to be 500 calorie surplus and focusing on good protein and good carbs.
Yeah.
Now we all address the sugars. Like a lot of the carbs that people eat, that's why they're getting, because sugar is the more sugar you get, the more calories goes up, right? And you're getting the wrong ones. Now, again, the mostly processed stuff, again, when we talk about processed and unprocessed, are the ones that people consume a lot more foods on. So like your breads, right? Although they're good, depending on who made it, what ingredients they use.
Yeah.
So you're better off
course,
making
yeah.
your own bread rather than buying your own
Yeah.
bread. But again, I understand that everyone has the time to make it. So you have to be a bit more choosy on your bread. Like maybe your whole grain will help because the grain comes in with the fiber that will help you in control of insulin and all of that, your energy levels too.
Yeah.
But it's also understanding that if you're getting pure sugar, bro, pure sugar, the higher that you have the energy, the also the way it's gonna drop.
Crash,
So
yeah.
most people get with the sub, it's the same effect with the bars, with the crisp. You have all of a sudden you have good energy.
Sugar rush.
All of a sudden, I need more sugar, and that's why even coffee becomes it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So what I tell most people is focus on your rice, your pasta if you like them, your potatoes.
Sweet
Come from
potato.
the ground, you cook them, right? If your protein is high enough, trust me, and you prioritize when you're eating all your protein, bro, the carbs wouldn't be a problem because you'll always be full.
Yeah.
So carbs are tricky now. The reason why carbs get a bad name is because most of the carbs that we eat, you mentioned
it's dirty
African
carb.
background.
Yeah.
How come most Africans eat a lot of carbs, but they
Because
don't turn fat?
they do heavy jobs.
Yeah. So they eat a lot. Same thing with Jamaicans. But the minute you start getting alcohol, it's a problem. Cakes involved, it's a problem because then that is the wrong sugar. The sugar is just too much. And unfortunately now, and I've done this when I was looking. So if you go to the supermarket now, bro, I tell you for a fact, any seasoned food that you buy, it doesn't matter the chicken, all grade chicken, they're in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's
So then-
funny.
People don't understand why they sometimes don't, because then that's more calories, and again in that law of thermodynamics it's getting more sugar. So what I tell more people is carbs are not the enemy.
It's the sugar.
The carbs that you have to control the amount of carbs that you have, and then eat just enough to fuel your workout and enough to keep your energy levels played. If you're coming from the bigger side, carbs.
Yeah.
Most people that are on the bigger side, you don't need to worry about eating a lot of carbs. Focus on being that deficit, medium to low carbs, and let your body try to use the energy from the fat stores that you've had to convert it into energy for you to fuel your workout. That's what I would say.
Yeah. So just to round up as well, what would you tell a beginner, like as a personal trainer, someone that didn't know and they were just asking you for their advice? Just say they was, I don't know,
Stick to real food.
say they was just 75 kg. You work with a lot of women. They're, I don't know, 75 kg woman. They don't know absolutely anything and they just want your advice. What would you say?
So my advice is,
And the same to Denisa as well.
yeah. So my advice is, where are you at now? So that's why like consultation calls are big for me, because I have to be able to understand the person to be able to advise them.
Exactly.
So where are you now? How much of what we've discussed, protein are you getting? How much of carbs are you getting? How much of fats are you are you getting? Right. So from there, we can now make tweaks. We talked about high protein is always going to be good.
Yeah.
What foods are we
Yeah.
eating?
Yeah.
The foods that grow from the ground mostly. It's not to say every now and then you can't get a cheeky bar or something, right? But most of the days, 8 to 9 times out of the week, we want to be getting what is right
Yeah.
to feed and fuel what we want in terms of the goals.
Yeah.
So we get that. Once we can address that, and knowing that again, you can't make those big jumps that we talked about. Knowing that, okay, now I'm eating 5 days a week, I'm eating pizza outside. Okay, look, maybe you probably don't want to be eating 5 days a week pizza outside. And if you're going to have pizza anyways, why don't you learn how to make your own pizza rather than buy it?
Exactly.
Because of the ingredients that we talked about. Most people, can you imagine? I went to the chicken shop that Jay says he loves eating chicken and chips. You go to a chicken and chip shop, bro. They reuse the same oil.
Yeah.
The potatoes are not potatoes,
Can't do it.
right?
Can't do it.
The oil is not the best quality oil. The burgers are not the best ingredients.
They refry the chips.
They refry the chips. The cheese that they use is not really,
want
it's the
£6
lowest quality cheese.
They want £6
right?
for
So it don't help you on anything, and it's high in calories.
Very.
£6 for a chicken burger and chips. You might as well just go to the butchers.
Do you understand?
You can get £3.50 for a kilo of
Exactly.
chicken.
And then you make it yourself.
Yeah.
I think if you're a person that you're already used to eat junk food, you're fine. But to be honest, to me, I've had to come to realization that I shouldn't order takeaway anymore. That I cheat when I have it in the week. I know I'm always cooking home.
Yeah.
I'm okay for the whole week. Last night I had chicken, fried chicken, tummy ache, tummy problems, and it's really hard. Like also even as any other person that only like eats outside, how do you even live?
Yeah,
like
because
this?
maybe we just
Everybody
build the
get used
habits.
to it. Everybody get used to it. Yeah.
So
How
all I'm
can
just
not?
saying, just to round up quickly on my
Yeah.
thing, focus on your protein. Higher protein is always
Yeah.
good. Okay. Your carbs need to be mostly what you would do.
Moderate.
Medium, moderate.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gave a good template. 50.
Yeah.
If everyone that's trying to lose fat, right?
Yeah.
If they could eat a template of 50% protein,
Yeah.
30% carbs, 20% fiber, they will be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And those foods, they've cooked it themselves.
Yeah.
Bro, I promise you.
true.
And a lot of this is on the NHS website, so you can check that
Yeah.
out.
So then the quick template is you don't even need to measure your food. Just go off that
No,
template.
yeah.
Bro, I promise you. Because
Yeah.
you'll be full. The average person will be full.
yeah.
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 Agree.
Yeah.
But
That's Denisa, you wanted to jump in on that?
No, so yeah, no, I do agree with everything it says, right? But in the same time, when it comes to also to NHS stuff as well, I had a lot of experiences from clients coming with bad judgment based on their diets and based on like a diagnosis as well. Like for example, a lot of women they do deal with fibrosis, with endometriosis, with PCOS. For example, to my client, it's been recommended to eat under 1,000 calories per day. That's really bad. And you know, it's like comes from someone like if NHS, it's NHS. Of course, you're gonna listen,
Just
but
listen.
then
Yeah.
you wonder why you're not seeing results, why you feel tired. How can I even live with 800 calories a day? I could not.
And this is
Nobody
it.
can.
This is it. All right, guys. That is that we've round up on nutrition. I hope you liked that. I know there's more that you would like to know about carbs and all of that, about your nutrition. Make sure you jot that in the comment section for us to have a look, and then we can address that as the next following up topic. Thank you very, very much for tuning in. From us to you, RTO, Road to Longevity. Thank you very
Wow,
much.
thank you.
See you
Bye-bye.
out.
Take
Peace.
care. Bye bye.
Stopping recording.
Yo,
Recording.
do you know what as well? I think, the next time, we just need to flow. I think we
Yeah.
don't break it up. Don't,
Much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
But
gonna do another one?
what we got left? 30
Well,
minutes?
Quick time you had to do. Yeah, got like 30 minutes.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
like,
gonna be
yeah.
enough.
Huh?
Not going to be enough.
No, it's fine. We can just do it like
don't- we
this.
don't- you
I mean,
don't
wanna-
we can
Sorry.
learn from it.
I want you to get 3 episodes. Yeah?
Yeah.
So I already said I'm gonna give you an extra half an hour. So you're here for 5 o'clock,
Yeah.
and I'm giving you an extra half an hour. So
That's 45
you really
minutes.
You got 45 minutes basically.
Okay.
from now.
So
We can still with the same clothes though.
and don't you want to just this one? Oh, well, we're gonna do training about this one, but this one as well. We'll relax a bit more, and
Yeah. Talk about
and
it.
just.
To be honest, I didn't have
And we'll talk
much
about
to
all
say
of
on
how we
this one.
train, how we all. So
Die,
this
die.
one
But
is about
they-
training, but how we all specifically train.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna change.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What you guys changing? You changing? You couldn't.
t-shirt.
No, I'm just changing my
I'll just put on another hoodie.
How we train.
That's it.
Because as well, you know what? Like, there's so much I need. Ooh, sorry, bro.
That's all right.
There's so much I need to get off. Yeah. Because as well with that one,
You don't want to.
We
You don't
didn't-
want to feed the whole.
no, but we didn't get into vegans. We didn't get into how do they eat their protein. I'm talking about beef.
But that's a lot more to talk about.
Yeah, I
But
know,
wait,
no, that
is
one-
there proteins in beef? Is there proteins in beef?
Protein in beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best source of.
Me, I was
No, it's not. It's chicken.
There's no animal protein where there's
Chicken, rabbit.
the best one is fish.
For lean.
You will be.
Best one is fish.
For protein.
Yeah, no, best
No,
one is
protein
chicken.
is chicken. I did it.
Chicken is the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
No, it's just it has the for every the same quantity, chicken just has more ATP.
Like what?
So ATP, so protein breaks down into ATP, and ATP is what gets you with recovery and then growing the muscle.
I know avocado.
So when they do the science, when they measure, so the science says chicken has more compared. So, but it's not a massive. It's like 3 grams more, 5 grams.
What
more.
about rice?
Does it depend
Rice?
on...
No. It depends on the chicken you get it.
Does it depend on...
There's some chicken. Do you know there's some chickens that they get injected with stuff in?
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah, so
Listen,
Family, come on, come. Quick.
to be honest, everything get injected with.
that's what I'm saying. So with chicken specifically, they can load more protein into it.
Trying to finish up by 20 past.
Yeah.
You may go over a few minutes, so like 25 past.
Yeah.
Because you want to be out by 5:30.
5:30.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
This t-shirt and then we're ready, yeah? Stick it off. DBZ now, still.
Goku.
How was that other introduction? Did you get to listen? To it?
Again, yeah. Because I'm walking out. I'm missing
You
it.
couldn't, yeah.
No, I mean, I was here. Look,
Guys. We'll talk about how, because he's trying to rush out. His mom is waiting for dinner.
Hey,
His Mother's Day.
just.
Big Sunday.
She's already called me to be like, yeah.
What are you on? It's our New Balance.
Huh?
It's our New Balance, yeah?
No, it's a Boomer.
Oh.
I'm wearing it.
We're already.
But we're gonna be doing at least one once a month anyway, bro. So yeah.
You lot are very smart. This is, when I speak to my clients, I'm like, yeah, this is what you need to do. You need to batch record. Like, come in one day and
That
just
should.
record as much as possible. I always say you want to have like 4 for the month, technically speaking, because that's
Yeah, once a week.
once a week,
And then you can
drop
chop
it
off.
and you chop it up into clips and reels for the whole like calendar month.
Okay.
As well, this
I
one
think we
start with Jay this time, yeah.
No. We didn't talk about Hedy though.
Yeah?
We didn't talk about Hedy.
No, Eddie will be sometime when we start reacting to people and talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Let me bring the top one down a little bit. I don't know, 'cause I don't know if that's a whole.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was trying to cover, bro. Yeah. Oh my God, my G. Yeah, my G.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And again, please bring the waters out of shots or bring it down to the floor or somewhere else. Or I don't know if there's a mirror next
Let
to
me just
you.
finish it, man.
Just want to make sure everything is.
Mirror.
Oh, sorry, no, because it looked like.
Oh, this one. I
Yeah,
just took them off because they're annoying me.
Just put it on the floor. You don't want it to be in the shot, right?
And what we 5:30? We just get off until what 5:25.
5:20. Aiming for 5:20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we talk about?
We just talk about our
Training.
us training.
Training.
Yeah, but okay.
Yeah, man. Just talk about us training and what we like to do in the gym, and boom.
No, but he has to apply to the public as well.
Yeah, well, it was gonna do, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was gonna. If we talk about how we train and what we do, because remember, we can't be
Let's just
specific. Yeah.
So,
Go on, bro.
everything is set anyway. We're all good with the cameras already. We've already checked done all this stuff already. Alright, cool. I'm gonna hit the record button. So, Roadcaster recording, ATEM recording, and then clappers. And we're good to go. Yeah. I'm gonna let me leave the room and then
What's the name of the machine?
count 10 seconds. So I can
Yeah.
hear it.
What's the name of the machine that when is it horizontal treadmill? Vertical treadmill? What's it called? The one that's upstairs.
The bend one, the
Yeah.
ones that you run off your
Yeah,
own.
but it's just a different variation of the
Yeah,
treadmill.
but what's the name of it?
I wouldn't know.
yeah.
Don't know what you're talking about.
The treadmill that's
Treadmill
upstairs.
the treadmill that
That
works off
when
your
you're
own
running,
energy.
the thing is spinning.
Alright,
When you
guys,
And that's
let's
for
go.
professional runners.
Let's do it.
Because obviously that's where I warm up, innit?
And we are back with another episode on the Road to Longevity podcast. I'm here with my co-host, Henny, Denisa, and Jay. If you haven't already tuned in to the previous episodes where we talked about nutrition, make sure you do so. Please like, subscribe, follow the channel. My name is Loic Rostan. Follow me on Instagram to get more tips about me, and if you want to learn what I do as well. We got Henny. He's
Yeah,
going to
big
introduce
Henny.
himself.
Yeah, today we're going to be talking about training and that. I'm going to jump deep into what I do in the gym and how I train, because I'm a bit unorthodox. But yeah, let me pass on to Denisa and then we'll get into about how I do my thing.
Here is Denisa again. Follow me on Instagram, Dance Fitness, so you can find out more about me and about training-wise and about just lifestyle in general.
Jay.
Hi, my name is Jay. I go by on Instagram by Jay Da Vinci. Follow, like, and subscribe.
Right, cool. So today we're addressing a big topic which a lot of you along your health journey towards achieving the goals that you want, whether it's losing body fat, whether it's gaining muscle, whatever the case might be. Training is important, whether it's walking, whether it's running, whether it's rowing. So we're going to address, we have a lot of experience here. We're going to try and deep dive into what they're doing and how you can pick some of the stuff that you need to know around your training. So without getting too much jumped into it, so Henny, talk to me about training and how that's been important around your goals and your life.
Training is something I just picked up through.
Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, at times. Yeah, I picked it up from just starting football, and then I went to university, and then I got into the gym there, and I've been training ever since.
So how many times you train?
I train any spare time I get. So it could be 7 days. That's a week. 7 days. I've done 28 days on the spin. I've done 30 days. I've done 2 months on the spin. The only thing that keeps me out of the gym is injury, like real injury, where we're talking about you can't move or you've pulled something or something. That's the only thing that keeps me out. But we have all different ways. My ways of training is.
So what do you train for then? Let's get into it.
Yeah, I train for me. I train for what I want. Ideally, it's for how I look. Right. Like, I'm not gonna lie here and sit here.
So is it like muscle building, strength training? What?
It's more around strength training, more about resistance and strength. But I do everything. Like, to me, it's more. Is it fun? Is it enjoyable doing it, and how much am I getting out of it? I like a very hard output when I'm doing something, so I don't really like to do things light or maybe for like running for long distances. Yeah. I'm explosive now. That's the sort of training I like. But at the moment, there's no real way that I'm working. I've been training that long that I don't really need a plan. Yeah. The plan is to go to the gym. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, that's the plan.
Oh, but, Jay, what's different about you then, Jay?
Yeah, I'm trying to be.
How's training important to you?
For my looks, I'm trying to be as like the best version, aesthetic, pleasing much as possible. Yeah, I'm trying to be the best version of myself.
So, how many times do you train? Do you
train? To be honest, I aim to 5 days a week, but I have to settle because of work.
Yeah,
other stuff. I have to settle for 3-4, between 3 and 4 to be realistically, that's what I can.
And then, what do you train for?
What do you mean? I can train for? I'm not competing. So I want to look good. To be honest, I want to look good.
What does that mean? Be fit.
Muscle building.
Okay.
Yeah, I want. Yeah, and obviously, when you put a nice shirt, the shirt is gonna be, you know,
nice.
You want the dress to fit,
not be slack. You know what? Let me tell you something here. You don't really need to buy expensive clothes. If you have a nice body, everything is gonna look nice on you.
Yep.
Dragon Ball t-shirt and you.
So you want a Dragon Ball t-shirt?
You look your head.
Yeah. Dragon Ball t-shirt. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, Denisa, what about you?
So my journey in fitness has been like a roller coaster, I'll say. I've started back in the days. I was doing a total different job as well. That was just for having a world, a part of reality to escape.
Yeah.
I've never thought I will do that for a job nowadays, but I'm glad I took this step. It's more, to me, it helps me mentally as well. It helps me to understand my mind and my body better. And to come into this journey, okay, so I will mention one thing. It's not the achievement that makes you feel good about yourself. It's the actual process. Because you start within a journey, you have so much to learn. You have so much that you have to put in your mind. It's so much that you have to say to yourself. You have to speak with yourself daily in order to come to achieve something. I have achieved few of my goals, but honestly, I became hungry to chase even bigger goals because I could see my potential of what I could do. So training for me is, and that's in the same time, I'm not gonna lie, I'll say one thing, is training clients and training me, it's a total different thing. Training clients, it's a lot of energy that you put for them out there, and I dedicate myself 100%. But sometimes, maybe on the first year of my business, I did not find any motivation for myself. I felt like I gave so much out there that I had nothing left for myself. So I've had to kind of like round myself back and say, you know what, Denisa, you need to be a priority as well. So I had to become a priority for myself, and my training in the last year, it just, I don't know, God knows, maybe God gives me some strength, I believe, but I just became stronger in every single way. I aim to train 5 to 6 times a week. Sometimes I will probably do 5 times a week. I also prioritize resting a lot. So if I, for example, like train 3 weeks in a row and I do feel at some point tired, every single month, maybe I'll take 1 week off from the gym. It's really important to understand balance as well, because if you always keep going, then your body's not resting, so you might not get achieve results. So
I don't know how to stop though.
So
it's in my veins.
It's really hard. It's hard. Don't get me wrong. When I have 1 week at home and I'm like, oh, let me just go one day to the gym. It's just for this, to make it feel better. But it's just a matter of a time to, you know, as you say to yourself, have balance in life. You need to have balance in training too.
It's
That's
hard.
not all about. It is. But in the same time, you need to know when to say no.
It's funny how
The moment I
Henny
stop-
and Jay, they're saying it's hard, and then we're probably watching a lot of people looking out there like, rah,
Bro.
this man can train. Or they no stop, and they have like, when they don't go once, it's like horrible.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that meme of the Green Goblin when he's like, and he's talking to him and he's like, what? And I'll have that same thought in my head like, yo, you need to get to the gym. I'll start.
If I skip gym, I don't know if it's a mind thing, but I feel like,
is.
I'm losing weight.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
But
Someone
people
else,
be
like someone is
relax,
stronger
man,
than
you're
me.
good.
So this is not so this is a thing that happens with everyone. So everyone that's listening, you have to understand that all of us wants to achieve something, and that is the biggest thing that most people you don't know about. So you might look at someone who is like henge, like we got these people out here, like, so you think, oh, these people, they should be relaxed about it. They're actually the ones that even want it more. It's one like they're rich, innit? When you look like those millionaires and you're like, bro, you still got all these millions. Why are you still going?
One more.
So now it's a mindset shift now where it's like, oh, it's now part of your life, and it's about how much more can I get out of it. Where you get now, Henny like saying that, bro, I enjoy it. How it's about how much I just turn up and then whatever happens. And then there's still that push to
my
it.
ego kicks in as well.
It's a
Like I
habit
want to
as
be the
well.
strongest in the room. I want to have the heavy, which is not. This is not it. But when my ego kicks in, I'm the want to be the strongest. I want to be the fastest. I want to be the tallest, which I ain't. But that is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I am. Like,
Competitive person.
like if anybody knows me, they know me. When it gets to me in the gym, I'm very like competitive, but then at the same time I'm fun, you know them ones, because setting new challenges for yourself is fun. Yeah, and like Denisa said, the process, when your chest is building or your arms getting stronger or you've lifted heavier,
confidence from that.
the power level
It's
is
like,
just
I did it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Charge me now, someone
That
edit
was all me. Yeah.
Come on.
someone edit me.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I get surprised when I see in the gym sometimes flexing in the mirror. I'm like, oh, I think I'm video of. I don't really. People don't judge me. I don't really train triceps, but
you do bench though. You do 20
I mean,
kg
I
bench.
do.
Yeah.
I don't know
So your
how, but
triceps
I
are
do
working,
it.
yeah.
But in the same time, I did an exercise and I look at the video again and again and again. I'm like, wow, my triceps are popping out. Wow.
Because you do
Oh my
shoulders, you do.
I do, but it's just like, you know, it makes you feel so good with yourself. It's like the same thing with everything else in life. And whenever you achieve something on your own work, it's beautiful. It makes you feel good.
And this is it, because when we talked about mindset on the first episode, about mindset, about everything, training is like the action that you have to fortify your mindset for.
Yeah,
Like if you
yeah.
ain't training,
Yeah.
it ain't happening. You're not.
Yeah.
That extra one rate, can I do it?
Yeah.
It tells you can do it.
Yeah.
And then
But for the beginner, just pace yourself. Like,
Yeah.
literally,
Oh, yeah,
just
of
pace
course,
yourself.
yeah.
I wouldn't say train in the first 6 weeks. I would say exercise.
Yeah.
Get your blood flowing. Get you used to the work, and then now start setting yourself of I'm actually working now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't particularly have a plan. I walk into the gym. If my arms are tired, I'll do my legs. If my legs feel tired, I could start a leg session and. Two seconds into it, I feel like I don't want to do this. I'll go do some pull-ups. I'll do some planks. I'll do some things. It's just about moving. And I would say to people as well, yeah, don't stick to this bodybuilder's plan. It definitely works for bodybuilders, but it doesn't work for everyone. You don't have to go off this set standard that where you have this plan that everybody's selling for £1.89. Buy my plan. Like, do your plan. If your plan was to go in there, run, skip, I don't know, do chest, and then maybe swim, fine. Just that's what you need to do.
But for Henny, so for example, for someone who's got a goal in mind, right?
That's not the
'Cause
best thing to say.
that's when
That's not the best thing to do. What I'm saying is how I feel. But for someone who has a goal, especially if you want a bigger chest, you're gonna have to keep to that. If you want to be a bodybuilder, you're gonna have to follow that
Yeah.
formula. For bodybuilding, the formula definitely works. Too many bodybuilders have done it. It definitely works. But me per se, like I've got to make it fun, and I've got to make it something that I enjoy for me to do it.
is that because now, Henny, you've had 18 years where you although you're not where you want, and then you're like, oh,
I've
okay,
experienced
cool.
now.
You have experience.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people now are doing this not because they enjoy it. They want to get something out of it, and then eventually in that process you
But-
get to enjoy it.
Try, yeah.
Do you know what I can say though? I've told people I've trained like this for a long time, and they've called me nuts. They've called me crazy. They said it doesn't work. But then a few people have tried it, and then lately, I'm not going to say whose name it is, but they've started seeing that actually the volume. You're right. You're doing 4 sets, 4 sets, 4 sets, and 4 sets. But what's your volume like? You're taking 5-minute breaks in between each set.
Yeah.
I'm a heart rate. My heart rate gets down to where I can now breathe normally again. I'm back on something new.
Yeah. So
I don't wait for nobody. If I go into the gym and I wanted to squat and the squat rack's waiting ready, I ain't waiting. I'll go in the back and do some, I don't know.
Alternatives,
You know,
yeah.
yeah. So
then-
that's just me.
So I like the fact that you've kind of like also, or you've already gone into it. So now we talked about frequency of training, and we've gotten that out of it out there, and then you're kind of like pacing someone to say, okay, it comes back to baby steps. If you've not trained for a while, you probably want to start somewhere between 3, and then stay there. And then once you get enough consistency, you can increase those amount. Hopefully, with the 3 times a week, with everything we talked about, the results will start showing. That will encourage you to keep going. Now you're now going into something. It's not just frequency, because you can turn up a lot of times and do not much, but then you don't get to see the results. So now you're going into intensity, and you're saying you have to have focus and intent in what you're doing to be able to achieve the results as well. Is that what I'm getting from?
Yeah.
Yeah. And every time I train, I push myself. Like there's not a time where I go on the bench and I just do 4 sets of something. I will attempt to get a max. I will try to attempt more reps than I've ever done. You know what I'm saying? Not every single time I train, but majority of the time, I know in my back of my head, well, if I'm not going to stick to a plan and I'm not going to do this plan, I have to have full focus and put everything into it. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm one of them people like, I don't leave the gym until I literally am sore. These are not always the best things, but I then know for myself that I've done what I need to do because I have that soreness, which doesn't guarantee that you're going to grow any muscle or do anything, but this is the way I do it. I'm a little bit old fashioned and a little bit old school, where I just get in there and get it done. You know what I'm saying? You know?
All right, so Denisa, then, you coaching people, and from your experience, then how would you go about programming intensity, programming training for a client, knowing that they're coming from that side? Because then I agree a lot with what Henny is saying, because probably sometimes I do go to the gym where I don't feel like doing legs. Although sometimes I'll do it, but I don't feel like it. And then sometimes I'll just say, what, I'm not training that. I'll train something else. So when it comes to programming clients and pushing them those boundaries around the intensity and being more focused on the soreness and getting that workout and building that mindset with the client, how do you go about setting that?
So I think it's because we said about the beginners, how you focus on the intensity of the workouts as well. You'll be surprised that mind is so tricky. It's really, really tricky. I can just come, of course, as a beginner, my routine always with the beginner will be, let's just go on the first week, see what can you do, what you cannot do. Test your strength. We will do the normal sets, no more resting time. I would say 30, 40 seconds, probably 1 minute, depends on the exercises that we use as well. And just see how you feel. Okay, on the last every single set, I'll be, okay, let's pick up a weights. See what can do your body weights, more than your body weights. If you can do your body weights 1, 2, 3, 4, then you can do more. So I'm doing like more like just 1 rep max on every single exercise to see their abilities. Second week, it goes a little bit more intense than the first week. But then the third and the fourth week, they don't even realize how much they're pushing themselves compared to the first week, keeping in mind they are beginners. So you're just putting yourself in a comfort zone. Oh, I'm a beginner, I've never done this before, just be easy on me. It's about this as well. You can psychologically play your client without even knowing. Of course, if they're feeling in pain or things like this, of course I'm going to take actions, because you don't want to just be like, oh, complaining. Depends what type of pain. Sometimes they don't really understand their muscle pain. So they might, like for example, I was on a leg extension and my client, my knee is hurting. I was like, what do you mean your knee is hurting? It's my knee. I was like, but listen, it's your joint. Is a joint pain or it's a muscle pain? Oh no, it's my muscle. Which muscle? My muscle here. I'm like, okay, that's not your knee. That's just your muscle means it's working out. So it's like they starting to learn to understand their own body, which is the hardest part. Intensity, it does matters of how you feel in the day as well. I always say to people, and I keep saying that to myself as well, the matter is showing up. You're not always going to be able to give 100% every single day, but that 50% still matter than not, right? Because if you're not giving it at all, that's fine. If you're unable physically to not do it, then that's also a point too. But mentally, I think we all struggle sometimes to bring ourselves to the gym too. Yeah.
Jay, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with that. Showing up is the hardest part of the gym. Like, me personally, it's just showing up. But because once I'm the gym, everything flows.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, goes smoothly.
Yeah.
But I always like to tell people, like, there's no day that you'll come to the gym and then after the gym you're like, oh, why did I do this? Like you always come out like, oh, I did this, I'm proud of
I don't know,
myself.
you've been injured yet, bro?
Yeah.
My back, well, I regret
unless
that day.
it's something.
I regret that
unfortunate
day, that
like this.
Sometimes your
Yeah.
mind can
Yeah.
you find every excuse possible not to go. Oh, it's raining.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what to wear.
Of course we
So
do.
I always
I've no heating.
Yeah.
Like, but
I always do this thing
trust
around
me,
clients,
go.
right? So I'm like, okay, I want you to go into this and think, especially when it's the first session, don't worry about anything, just show up, okay? We're not going to do anything that you can't do. I'm not going to give you anything that you can't do. I just want to see what you can do.
But that works though.
That works.
That works.
Exactly. So then things like what Denisa was saying and what Henny was probably saying, when you come in, and we're all saying it, when you come in and you're like, okay, so can I do one squat? Okay, even if I can't do one squat, can I put a box behind you and say, sit on there and stand up? Can you do that? Okay, how much of that can you do in a set? Can you do it 10 times? Okay, good. Very good. Let's take a break. How difficult was that? Oh, it was pretty much easy. Oh, where is that on a scale from 1 to 10? Oh, it's a 2. Okay, maybe let's remove the box. Can you do it standing?
Yeah.
Oh, you can do standing. So, then can we add some weights? Okay, when it gets to an 8 to a 10, okay, that's the level. That's how intense it needs to be. Okay, good. Now, at the end of the session, you sit down and say, oh, did you think you could do that before? No. Oh, so how does that make you feel that you can do that now? Oh, yeah, I feel great. Would you come tomorrow? Oh, yeah, of course. Everyone likes seeing that they can do more. When was the first thing you do your PR, you're like, whoa, I'm gassed. So it's the same thing, and it's just about understanding that people think they have to be experts straight away. But it's about just coming
So,
and then doing.
I like how you guide them through the exercise, not just throw them in the middle of the sea. You know, like
So because I think about me coming from like my sort of background around football, like it's, and then it's like you have like us because we're so used to it, and that's why I keep coming back to what me and Henny and all of us were talking about, because we've had so much experience. Everyone else is starting from when we start. I can remember, bro, Henny, I got to a gym when I was starting. The first time I got in, I was looking at man. I was like, how does this man do all of this? Like, I have videos of myself. I sit down and I laugh. Do you understand? So, and I want everyone to know that everyone that you see at the gym has been there where you are. There's only a certain horrible ones that like the ego, they're trying to ruin everything for.
Yeah.
And you can get stronger, and we can start seeing training not as the painful, although your muscles will hurt, but we can start seeing training as sort of a challenge of to discover where we can go and where we can be.
But what I want to ask you to as well was let's try and give them a quick little template of a program. So you get into the gym, you put your bag in the locker, you take your jacket off, you walk into the gym. What would be the first thing that you would say for them to do?
Who are we talking to? Is it a beginner, intermediate, advanced?
Let's do the beginner thing first. So you're a beginner. They haven't done any sort of working out for the first year, and just say they've just done a little bit of running the week before. So what would, and we just say that they're just trying to lose weight because that's just the easiest one.
Yeah.
So what would be the first thing you would say on a just an average template? What would the first thing you say for them to do first?
Okay, so with everything that I tell all clients, don't matter who you are,
Yeah.
you always want to weight train.
Yeah.
You want to be able to maintain muscle and build muscle. When you get old, you're going to need those muscles.
So what they come in and what you would say?
Not straight into weight. So
Yeah.
you come in, okay, right, have you warmed up? 5 minutes on the treadmill, walk.
Do that? Warm up first?
Yeah.
Yeah. So once you're done with that, okay, like we said, a box. Can you squat? Because squats, whether we like it or not, builds. So your compound lifts mainly, you want to nail those ones with the form, right? Your
So
body weight.
Are we giving them around, say around what 10? 10 what three sets of 10?
Yeah, 3 sets of 10 generally.
Yeah.
Sometimes 2, depending if they're really a beginner and they're struggling.
no weight.
And then
No weight. You never, with a beginner, never, because you start giving them weights, they do it wrong, injuries, they're back to
square one.
negative 100 because they have to heal and then come back in.
Right then, so how many different workouts would you give somebody? So like they've got an hour with you, yeah?
Yeah.
So right, they've warmed up. First thing, squats.
But it
3
depends
sets
on
of
how
10.
many sessions we're having during the week.
So off average, they're just doing 5 with you, 5 sessions with you.
5 sessions, you probably want to split those body parts a bit more.
Yeah, beginner you cannot.
Yeah, so I would say the first week is generally about what you can do. I want to see what you can do. It doesn't matter. So we're going to do a bit more full body workouts. Then when I understand that, and then we're building sort of like your strength around those times.
Yeah.
So that when we go into specific ones, you have a bit more strength and a bit more minutes to give for a workout.
So
to
you're
get the
listening,
growth.
people. He's saying get this when you first start in, get your full body workouts in. You don't want to really stick to one body.
Yeah,
group.
because the main aim is about move it around. Just
Yeah,
move.
yeah.
Use the body parts that you've not used before.
Get the blood
Get it
flowing.
exercising. Get it moving. And then from that, have you ever seen when you don't do it out for a while and then you come and use it, you feel certain types of aches and pains that you never felt before.
Yeah.
You just want to move, and that stretches your body as well. And understand.
Is there any like the best exercises you would say?
Your compound lifts?
Yeah.
Your deadlifts, although I don't really like deadlifts, but you want to do your squats, your Bulgarian splits, your bent over rows, your shoulder presses, because they get more than one body part working.
So you're listening, people.
Yeah.
Compound lifts.
And then from there, once you can do, again, generally we do 3 to 4 exercises max.
Yeah.
If they're really beginners, maybe 3. And then we do like 2 to 3 sets because you really want to find out what they're doing.
Yeah.
What about warm down? Warm down. No,
And then,
a stretch.
and then after,
Yeah.
you get them to walk again.
Yeah.
And then you can stretch them now, static stretches, so
Yeah.
you move and then stretch them properly. And then you
Yeah.
can let them go.
Okay. So yeah, I was just trying to give somebody like a vague thing because I want somebody to be able to come and listen to this and say to themselves tomorrow, okay, he said.
Because
Get in there and
the
warm
most
up.
important thing is eventually around training, it's about form.
Yeah.
Most people don't know how to run. Most people don't know how to move their bodies. Most people don't know how to adjust their bodies. That's why there's a lot of knees, pains.
Yeah.
I've not had an injury since I've started training, like a major one that will keep me out. Never.
So you would keep it simple.
Keep it
Yeah.
simple.
Keep it simple, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Unless Denisa wants to add anything to it.
Yeah. Yeah, what about, yeah. You're going, Jay.
Can I add something? Yeah, but this is not just the beginner for everyone. I mean, where do you apply your? How do you? You know, is it within your training? Is there any where you stretch? When do you stretch? Because me as well, I don't stretch. Like
It would be after your
it's
warm-up.
not a part of my training. It's very hard for me to find the time where I can say,
So-
I'm
so-
stretching today.
For me, knowing again you're advanced, but
Yeah.
everyone is stretching. Is it very
No,
important?
I'll offend.
So you would do it after your warm-up?
Every day after my warm up.
No, if you train, I would say... What were you talking, stretching and
I
just...
recommend
on
stretches
daily
daily,
basis,
to
like-
be
Yeah.
honest.
No, what are you talking about? In training or just stretching
No,
in general?
during my training.
Yeah, yeah,
So
I
you
would do it
before
after a
and
warm-up, yeah.
Before and after.
So
Before
for
a bit
me-
of mobility stretches, and then afterwards you do the actual
So
stretches.
there's two types of stretches that I would say. So if you're coming into a workout, you want to have dynamic stretches. So you're not
Yeah.
static one where you're just
Yeah.
doing this and then it's
I'm
just
not
a-
talking about that one. I'm talking
Yeah.
about you've done your training, you're good, your body's, you know.
Yeah.
Do you stretch then, or you choose a day where you can just stretch
No,
your
stretch
Oh,
then.
stretch
Yeah,
them.
stretch them, yeah.
Uh-huh,
And
that's
cool
what I'm
down
asking.
sometimes as well, like doing cardio a couple of minutes.
But
after
do you actually
session
stretch?
helps.
So when I get home after coaching, I stretch. In the morning, first thing I do, and then
But it's
after-
not a common thing. I've not seen anyone stretching.
Yeah, because
No one has the
People
time in the
forget.
gym. Yeah.
No, people tend to forget about that you don't need it. But that's
Yeah.
why you feel stiff. That's why
Yeah.
you see someone, for example, that has a lot of muscle, and if you ask them to just be like, can
They
you move
can't
like
move.
this? They'll
Yeah,
be
but-
like,
I only need to get to it today. I don't need to do this, do that.
Not,
do that.
not,
Yeah.
not
So
in that
my
way.
main
but your
muscles are
it depends
active.
of the age, but trust me, catches you up. I could say about my partner, he does the thing in football, but he didn't need any stretches or anything else before training, and came to a certain age. He has to every single day, before and after. Your body needs it, and it's.
So I
good
think
for-
stretches are very important. Like stretches could impact your performance. So it's just like
Yeah.
warm up sets and all of that to build up
Yeah.
that momentum
Yeah.
to it, and you need to release that momentum out of it. You definitely want to have stretches.
Yeah.
No athletes doesn't warm up or stretch before
Yeah.
or don't stretch after. They always
See,
get it.
Usain Bolt before the race, he's always doing these little
Yeah.
things, getting ready
Always.
to, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, but that's different. That's like an athlete. You can get cramp or
No,
break
it's
yourself.
no different. There's no different.
So-
I'm
so-
an athlete.
so
No different.
so athlete is not. It's just a name that they've given to someone to perform it at professional
Yeah.
level.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's doing like an explosive workout.
No, so Jay, what I'm saying is, even people who compete stretch, don't they?
Yeah.
And the reason why it's
Your
important.
bodybuilders stretch. They do 100%.
Okay.
Yes.
It's important.
Even when they do that posing, what do you think that is?
Yeah.
Is he stretching?
Like they
That's
when they
it's
do that
flexing.
performance and they flex it, but they have to stretch.
Exactly,
To be able to
stretch
fill your
before.
muscle construction, you need to stretch it.
Yeah.
So it's just like building muscle. You build muscle when. That's why RDLs, you don't feel it the same way when you're doing Bulgarian split squat. It's a different type of feeling you have
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
So you stretch muscles, you contract. It helps you understand your anatomy. Stretches are like, trust me. And then stretches could also help you understand if you're injured.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you can injure yourself if you don't
And they're
stretch.
good for relaxation and
Yeah.
for meditation. Like stretching
Yeah.
is
Have you not seen a lot of these
Fundamental.
bodybuilders who don't stretch? They have a lot of, they're too stuck up.
Yeah. You can see
You
a
go
person based
chiropractor,
on
they
the way
break
they
it and you're
walk.
like, grrr, everything.
You can feel it on the way they walk as well sometimes.
it's
Just
always
stiff.
it's always good to warm up at the start, stretch and do a warm down and a stretch.
And then stretch.
How hard that is 2 hours gonna take another hour.
Yeah.
But the
you
stretch, the
can
stretching
do your
can-
5-minute
Yeah,
stretches.
five,
You
yeah.
don't necessarily need to. You can
Yeah.
just focus in 5 minutes, 15
And if
seconds per stretch.
if you've done legs and you've only done legs, you would only even need to be doing stretching on your legs.
Yeah.
You can go home and finish off your stretch on the top
Finish
half,
it.
but it's more important
I
for
do
you
that
to
as
do it
well.
on the
Together.
legs.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that is that. Just to round up again, we address training is going to be important in terms of what you want to achieve, what your goals are is an important part. You need to be training, especially if you're trying to keep muscle, which all of us should be striving to do. If you're trying to tone, if you're trying to build muscle, you need your training, you need weights. That's why they're important. But it's not just weight training. But it's great that you can do weight training, because some of your workouts, depending on how you do your program, you can involve a bit more cardio works, like your squats will get your heart rate racing. You can do interval intensity training with weights. You can run. That is part of your training after your weightlifting session. So they're all aspects that you have to do. You don't have to specifically follow a template like Henny said, but you need to understand what your goals are so that you can strategize towards achieving those. Intensity is going to be important, so you don't probably want to rest 10 minutes and do nothing. You also don't want to be doing too much too quick. So intensity is going to be important. Frequency is going to play a role in how quick you get the results and how quick you don't get the results. So frequency is going to be important as well. So it's going to be relative. So intensity, we normally say you probably want to rest between 2 to 3 minutes, but also listen to your body, especially around compound lifts when you're pushing those weights. Frequency, minimum, I would say 3 times a week is a good amount. It doesn't have to be in the gym. Walking around for beginners especially will be good. Then what did we mention? So for beginners, you had the template where we're saying start with your body weight, and you can get a lot more done with your body weight, especially if you're a beginner. You'll be surprised at how many people wouldn't be able to do 10 reps of one set in a squat. So it's important to know also the form so that you don't get injured and you can keep that going for long term. I think those are the major stuff that we've discussed along in the podcast. I think we're going to end it there. Again, guys, if you got any comments or any things that you want us to address, please let us know in the comment section, and we'll be able to do that for you guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please, again, remember to like, subscribe, follow us on our individual pages as well. We've got Henny on Instagram. He's going to plug his stuff in again.
Anyway, on Instagram, come find me. Come see my face and come see my jokes.
Denisa.
And you can find me on Dance Fitness.
G Da Vinci.
And for me, Coach Loic Rostan on Instagram, TikTok Loic Rostan. And that is it. Thank you very much for tuning in. Until next time.
We out.
Peace.
Like and subscribe.
Wow.
Okay. He did stay long without coming in. Because he said 20. I think he's now that he's going to walk
5:20,
in. Yeah.
No, he said 5:30.
No, he said we should aim for 5:20.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because we done a little bit more chatting. But it's cool, man. I think that little, like, you know what I'm saying? When we do the next one, we can still, this one, we're going to go back into training anyway.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be this.
Of course.
It's going to be
We're going to
this.
go fat loss training, weight muscle, like how to train the splits,
we have a lot.
and why, stuff like that.
But
So today was just...
I feel like we should plan to bring someone next time.
Yeah.
Who you guys have in mind?
We'll just
I've got one guy that I speak to from Anytime Fitness.
But what is he doing?
He's a personal trainer as well. Light skinned brother, but he's a bodybuilder, and he's you know what I'm saying. So he's done a few bits, you know what I'm saying, and he's got a popularity for himself as it is already. So it's not like, oh, I want to bring him. Like I said to him, like, yo, man, need a guest one time. But I think that I think we should get guests that actually know, like, try and get somebody who's been in the Olympics. Try to get somebody who's a professional boxer. I want to be able to ask you questions.
Expert in the field.
Yeah, well, what's it like getting punched in the face, bro? Like, you know the ones? Like, no, because people want to know.
I'm joking.
Because
I'm just joking.
No, I agree. We need the expert in the field.
Yeah. Where is he?
Even like a therapist or something, No, for the mental health side.
Yeah, osteopath. We can get a sports therapist. We can get people talking about
My
injuries.
head, I'm hungry.
You know
Did you hear my
Yeah.
belly making noise?
Where is he then?
Oh my goodness.
Why?
I'm
You see?
so hungry.
That what happens when you don't eat carbs.
Guys,
No, it's gone. Because we've rounded it up.
Yeah, well, it must be time. I don't want to run
what do you mean it's gone?
No, I see. He's not coming yet.
Yeah, I don't want to run past him and hold man up. Though.
100%. I wanted to take a little video.
But now we know, innit? Now we need to get.
No, we need to get those
Benny, I beg you take a picture of
thumbnails.
there. I want to see how you look.
1-1, Man City.
He's coming. 1-1.
Yeah, Man City.
1-0 or 1-1.
1-1.
Oh.
Benny, I beg you take a picture of the. I wanna see how you look. No, there. Nah. Oh, you're in front of the camera, bro. I'm not gonna see myself.
Well, because you don't know, I don't know what you're asking me.
No, because that. I wanna see.
Put a picture of the screen.
Yeah, I wanna see how I look in it.
Podcast, baby. We're loading. We are loading. Make sure to tune in and follow along. Coming out soon.
Yeah, what do you think?
I wanna.
Very good.
Yeah.
Stopping recording.
I wanna take a video somewhere, but I don't know where.
I wanted to give you guys some extra time to be like natural afterwards and chop it up.
I don't know why. You don't look like this.
Brother, I'm not trying to go jail and everything.
Oh my days!
So do you
I
think
look
then-
like this on the camera?
Is it better? Is it good to
Yeah.
do the thumbnail
You know, like
for
this.
every
Look at this one as
episode,
well.
or is it to create a thumbnail outside?
Maybe it's the angle.
So-
I don't know.
You'll create the thumbnail like. Alright, let me put it like this.
Please.
Because
What
do
we
you
do-
need? Do we? I'm asking just for your
Yes.
expertise. Do we need our faces as a thumbnail, or do we need graphics as a thumbnail?
Okay, I always. Okay.
Yeah.
So YouTube is a thing where it loves faces basically.
Yeah.
It loves faces. So even if it's just one person's face and the title or an imagery in the background, that
Yeah.
would work good. Or all four of you in the thumbnail.
I think we need 4 of us in it.
I have a feeling that I'm not gonna like myself.
But personally, because there's so many of you guys, there's 4 individuals, I will just do one person on the thumbnail
Yeah.
and then switch it around each time.
Each time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's just say you're in the thumbnail for one episode, she's in the thumbnail
For
for
the
the next
other episode.
etc., etc.
I know.
You could just take the thumbnails like pictures just once.
Once. Yeah.
So-
And then just switch it.
Yeah. That's the
Yeah.
issue. It's like
For me, it's like do a funny
Do
face.
a fun
or,
face.
Like,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
the case is, whatever it is,
No.
just do loads of those different
I can
pictures.
do this.
Yeah.
Look, take off the shirt for the gal them.
And then obviously
Line up.
you remove the background
Yeah. And then
and then
add it to.
and whatever else
Canva
you
the
need,
thing.
titles, etc.
Okay.
So yeah, Canva is going to be the cheapest
The
way
cheapest.
of doing it.
But what other ways are there?
So you can pay a graphic designer to get it done.
I could do it on Canvas.
Yeah. So if you feel like you're comfortable with getting it done,
I don't think I'm a professional, but I think.
you know what? Let's try it first.
Still.
If you don't like it, we get an expert. I'm sure I can do it.
I got edit man anyway. I got one brother from the gym, Man United, Dave. He wants to,
Listen,
he does editing,
I'm so hungry. I can't hear anything else anymore. So I don't know what you guys say.
You know what I'm saying? Let's do it first. Then
Yeah.
if you don't like it, we get an expert.
what was I going to say to you? Have you got your channel already?
Yeah.
Have you got videos on there already? Or
No.
No.
This is the first official.
Okay, first, I would say the thumbnails, the title, is the most important thing. Over even the production.
Over the production, I know. Well, I don't know, but I've been researching about it.
Yeah. Because you want to think like, people, why would somebody click into your video, over the thousands of, I don't know, health and fitness videos out there? Yeah. You know, the thumbnail, if it stands out, yeah, I'm going to click into that and watch it. Because when I go back to my old videos, like 10 years ago, and my very first video, it was the shittest video ever. I'll tell you this from now. Yeah? It is the most ghetto video. My face is not even on it. 1. Number 2, you know black people's homes, yeah? Beep, beep, beep. The fire alarm, yeah, every
What's
so
everywhere?
often, yeah, is going off. I'm using my laptop, and it's the mic from the laptop itself. But the thumbnail was so good, yeah?
Yeah.
It got the views
The
in.
views.
It literally got
So would you
the
say
views in.
if your thumbnail was good, people will still listen to it?
Yeah, because the thumbnail was very good. It's on about 60-something thousand views, yeah. And it's only because the thumbnail is great. Because the content is good as well, but the quality is like, oh shit, this is horrible. Absolutely horrible. But the thumbnail got people in through the front door.
just run to the loo, please.
Yeah. We take you, or you know where?
Wasn't it?
Is it outside? Is what's outside?
We got celebrities here, innit?
Because
Sorry, what was your name?
Callum.
Yeah. I appreciate you.
No doubt.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing business.
Because like now I'm doing like workout videos on YouTube everywhere. I'm coming out with it.
Yeah.
So far the numbers are going up.
Good.
So are you okay? I got you. Okay.
Thumbnail is the most important.
So then, is it sort of a thing where you study the same people and look at the thumbnails and then be able to come out?
So yeah, we're going to we go through like a branding framework, right?
Yeah.
One of the first things to do is like go through who you are, basically, personal analysis. But then we also do like a market research, right?
Yeah.
So what are your competitors doing,
Yeah.
or people who are in your same niche that you may look up to, or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
See what they're doing, what's working for them,
For them.
and then you want to take the best of what they're doing and
applies to
see
them.
where they're missing the mark a little bit,
Yeah.
where they could
And
have done
then
better. Then
you
that's
adapt
you. You position yourself
There.
in that position right there, yeah. And then create videos along those lines. I would always say as well, if you're doing content, have a content strategy and have research process. So like, what are people asking questions? Because if you're doing your personal YouTube videos, what type of questions are people asking?
But then I looked at off of is it those keyframes or no, not keyframes. Ask the public.
Ask the public.
Yeah.
There you go. So that's great. So ask the public. Awesome. Google search to see what people are searching.
okay.
Take that, create videos around that.
Yeah.
See what other influencers or people doing.
Yeah.
And then kind of take the titles,
title.
whatever's working really good, because that's the hook. That's what's going to get people in.
People in. Okay. Makes sense. Thank you.
But yeah, like for a first, you're saying this is your first, right?
Yeah.
This is the best first I've seen. Full stop. Yeah. Like it flowed great. You
So
did your thing.
Most people come and they mess it up.
Bro, if I tell you, yeah, most people, they don't even realize they're coming into a proper studio. They're looking around like, oh shit. Like I was underprepared for this. You see what I'm saying? Like I didn't even realize whatever.
I would get. I won't find.
You what?
Did you see the picture that you took? How I look?
The chubby cheeks and the
Oh my God!
send it.
I'm really- But I don't post that to you.
Are you leaving now as well? Or?
No, I'm here for a little bit longer.
Oh, okay. We'll just
Yeah.
have to do it.
So I'm gonna have to send everything off to Barnes, to Jamie and them, and they're gonna edit your videos based upon your package. Yeah.
So we will get the clips and then the whole footage.
Yeah, so you get the
Thank you.
clips of the whole video.
No, but I don't think, you know
The
what?
Opus clip.
I think it's the angulation.
Over clips, I would
Yeah.
say, yeah,
of the camera.
it's very good.
Why do I look the same
And
than
it's
on the video?
better off for studios to use it rather than you to use it. And the reason why I say that is because, do you know how to edit otherwise?
If I look the same on the
Yeah.
video,
Do you know how to edit yet?
No, we-
But
we edit your face.
I wouldn't say to your levels.
Yeah,
But
because Opus Clip it doesn't replace an editor. I would say that it just enhances
That's
an editor's ability
work.
to work,
Faster.
workflow to work faster.
yeah.
Because the stuff that it produces, it's like, what the if I was to give that to a client,
They'll be upset.
they'll be upset. It's good to just say, okay, the best thing on there, I would say, is what is the most viral bits of a
Clip
video.
of
Yeah.
the video.
That is the best thing on there because it's got the AI, it listens to the
So it
words,
works.
whatever the case is, yeah, it's going to work good. 90% it will work good. Cool. Alright, let me take that. Let me go into that section which you said was good. Let me go to the video and edit it up properly.
Properly.
Yeah.
And then would you use the recommendation of the title that it gives as the example?
Again, it's all these AI, ChatGPT, all them stuff, yeah, it's good to a certain extent. But you need to put your own
Oh,
personal
definitely.
flair and
Yeah.
everything
Touch
else
it.
because it sounds so generic. When I look at
Yeah.
people on social media,
They've
yeah,
been playing, innit?
I'm like, ChatGPT.
And you can hear it out loud.
You could just see like this is just like robotic stuff. Yeah, it's not good.
There's nothing personal.
Yeah, like you
Okay.
want to add.
You look like
Your
on
touch.
season food.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know, wait.
So-
Anyway.
it just it helps you to speed up your workflow,
Yeah.
Bro, my
but
head
you
looks
have to
like-
be skilled
See,
in it
is it?
for itself. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Got it. Thanks.
But the lighting made me look. I'm gonna get so much.
So you've
Where
got
did you
all
guys get
behind
that?
the scenes footage that you want, right?
Yeah.
Take pictures of yourselves, etc.
No, this is the main footage.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
No,
now,
but for
bro.
your social media, like it's always good to let people know that the podcast is coming.
So I got try.
But we're all from the same gym, so we got a community. Like,
Okay.
so
Okay, let's
What
do
gym is
the
it?
pictures,
No, bear of
'cause
us.
What gym?
it's-
I'm
it's
NRG
fine.
Illusion.
NRG, okay, cool.
Yeah. So yeah,
But now I got
we got a whole community.
Yeah.
Next time.
Whole community, bro. So,
Okay, cool.
I think
We
I'll
should
know
be
how
able
to.
to-
I know I would need.
I think we should be able to get at least 1,000 people from our own people.
Sorry,
Yeah.
what about the logo? Do you need it? Do you?
That will be Jamie.
Okay.
Send over all the assets that you want.
I'll give it to you. Yeah, you send me. Send them. Send it to me.
Yeah, I think they have my email address there, yeah.
So how long will it be? Do you know, like for the editing and all that?
Technically,
10 days?
it should be about 3 days, but let's just give it a week.
Yeah.
But yeah, it should
Yeah.
be able to be done
Alright.
in 3 days.
Alright, bro.
Don't hold me on that though, 'cause I'm not the one editing it. I know me, I'll get that done in 24 hours, but there might be more work on their side.
I'd rather it take longer and it's done better and
Yeah.
more quality than be rushed and
Yeah.
know.
So and again with the monetization thing, if you're saying you can get 1,000 people to view it, subscribe, it only takes, you get into the YouTube partnership program,
1,000 subscribers.
1,000 subscription, but they've lowered
The
it
view.
for another way of doing it. So
For shows.
no, so 500 subscribers you need, and 3,000 watch hours.
You're serious?
Yeah.
I need
So,
to be produced.
You could do that. You should be able to. If you're saying you got that,
Bro, but only him
You
has
should be able to do it.
60K followers. She has another what? 12, 14,000? How much?
14.
Yeah, so
I didn't know that one came
those
out.
guys, easy.
my goodness, listen, you
I
lot,
have 1,300.
listen, you lot, yeah, should be able to be monetized like
Easy.
easy.
Get my mum to just click.
Yeah, I would say that it shouldn't be longer than 6 weeks. Yeah,
At least for me, we should be able
to be monetized. Me
Oh
myself,
my
500.
God.
it took me
Not-
less than
Where's
90
the other
days to monetize my channel,
We can push it,
and
push.
about in my second year I made like 50K from it, and then it kept on going up and up and up.
Mad.
So for your stuff, you lot got the following already. It's practically done, man. It's practically done. Hey, Lord have mercy. Yeah.
Alright, come on lads, let's keep it moving.
Thank you, yeah?
No doubt. Let me take you downstairs actually.